Hello and good morning, everybody, for the next 10 seconds. We'll get started here in just a second, as soon as I realize and test to make sure the stream is working properly. Let me just pull it up on my phone real quick and we'll get started. Don't know why I said realize, but good afternoon now that it's finally changed to 12 o'clock. But anyways, we'll go ahead and get started here in a second. Hopefully this isn't going to turn into one of those, absurdly crazy streams where people are putting in chats 5 times a second, like the Skyrim and Fallout streams were. Welcome to the stream, Surf Demon. Everything sounds good on my end, so I think we can go ahead and get started. Pete, Luca, welcome to the stream. So I tested and the game's already live as of 20 minutes ago, so we should be able to dive right into it. But to give a brief little summary of what's going on the channel right now, I am almost ready to review Death End Request Code Z. I've gone through most of the game, and holy crap, that's the story of that game. So the story of Death End Request Code Z actually does directly connect to the other games of the series in a really weird and confusing way that gives us a cliffhanger for Death End Request 3. It's super confusing. I had to think about it for a long time to understand any of it. But anyways, Death End Request Code Z's review is probably going to go up on Friday, and then I'm going to go all in on covering Oblivion, which is what we're going to go into today. Apparently, a bunch of footage got leaked yesterday, probably from early physical copies that got sent out, and retailers got themselves in big trouble selling things early, because breaking street dates for retailers, apparently that's thousands of dollars per copy. So that's crazy. But apparently it's a pretty stable 30 FPS. But we're going to find out. I haven't gone into Oblivion Remastered since we tested it out on the Steam Deck, last year? Quite a while ago. And now we're going to do the same thing on the Switch too. But anyways, let's go ahead and that's pretty much everything that's going on the channel right now. I don't have anything else I'm working on for review outside of my very slow trek through the Blue Reflection collection. I do want to review that. I don't want it to just get stuck in the backlog somewhere like Blue Reflection Second Light on Switch 1 did. But anyways, that's pretty much everything that's going on at the moment. Oh, and one little peek behind the curtain. Apparently, Namco Bandai just opened review requests for the Switch 2 version of Elden Ring. And sadly, the review codes are not going to go out until one day before release. So if any of you are expecting any day one reviews for Elden Ring Tarnished Edition on Switch 2, that's probably not going to happen. Here or otherwise. But anyways, that's pretty much everything I had to say. So we'll go ahead and dive in and get started. I didn't do anything in the game. Earlier, I basically just saw it launch and said, okay, that's it. I'm not going to do anything else. So let's go ahead and we'll just dive right into it. No need to spend 15 minutes talking about updates and everything. So let's just boot it up and we'll get started. I've heard it looks a lot better than the Steam Deck does. So that's good because it didn't look very good on the Steam Deck. Solar Python 1 day before release is diabolic. I know, right? They did basically the same thing with Digimon Storytime Stranger. The review codes went out right before launch, basically confirming, oh, by the way, no one's doing a full game review on launch day. Oh, I hate it. I remember the days when I had good relations with Koei Tecmo and Idea Factory International, and they would send review codes like a month in advance. Or, you know, those times when Bethesda used to send out review codes, you know, at all. Not to me, but to other people. Alright, adjust the slider until this logo is barely visible. Alright, I'll do it on... Okay, I can't see it at all there. Can't see it at all there. Alright, we'll do it like this. Alright, we got subtitle visibility, volume, all this crap that who cares. Text size? Okay, text size is a nice feature for games that have, like, you know, really tiny text in handheld mode. But anyways, yeah, Solo Python, one day before release is diabolical is horrible. Also, welcome to the stream. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Toggle rumble, I don't care. I have it turned off anyways, but we might as well just turn it off there. Enemy combat damage. Player combat damage! Okay, so we can be like, oh, enemies are stupid little babies, and players are just like, you know, screw you. Hi, I breathed in your general direction. We'll keep things normal for now, unless we need to change it. It says you can modify these settings in the options menu, so we can change it however we want. So, you know, later on when the stream goes down, if it's too hard, I'll be like, oh, I wanna be a stupid little baby. I'm gonna put it on novice. I'm just kidding. I did that the first time I played through Skyrim, like the very first time. Well, I was still getting used to all the systems and everything. All right, Virtuous. They've done a bunch of stuff for handhelds in the past. Alright, look at that smooth frame rate on the title screen! Alright, press any button to start. Yes, please. In-user license agreement, I won't do anything bad. While we very slowly scroll through this. I promise not to do anything bad. Except maybe accidentally kill chickens and get an entire town to attack me. Alright, there we go. Except... Alright, available now. Deluxe upgrade, I'm good. I only pre-ordered the normal edition because I don't need that extra horse armor stuff. Even though it is kind of a funny little nod to that whole horse armor debacle from back in the day. So Python says, I think this is the first Switch 2 port by Virtuous. It might be. No, they did Kena Bridge of Spirits as well. Not that that was a great game, because a lot of people were confused for why Kena Bridge of Spirits wasn't 60 FPS on the Switch 2. It was still 30 FPS. Because they worked on... I don't really see a lot of Switch 2 games in their roster on their website. Just Kena, Bridge of Spirits, this game, and that's basically it. They worked on Nier Automata, the End of Yoro edition, but that was, you know, Switch 1. But that was also a great port. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. I don't think there's going to be anything... Oh, there's extra stuff in here. Alright, let's see. Audio mode stereo, that's fine. We don't need to care about audio stuff. FOV, screen space reflections. Sure, we'll just leave everything on for now. Unless we got like a huge problem with performance later. I did hear it still stutters from time to time, but we'll see. Start a new game!
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years,
You can see a little bit of a soft blur on the visuals here, but it still looks good.
For all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams.
Man, you know what Bethesda should have done here? They should have bundled the original game in here as well, or had like a fun little graphics toggle like in Diablo 2 or the Master Chief Collection with Halo Anniversary games. That would have been fun to be able to play the original with the with what the few gameplay enhancements that are here. Celopython says the Kena port felt weirdly rushed. Yeah, I remember reaching out to them about it, and apparently they didn't send review codes to anybody. Even Digital Foundry couldn't get a review code. And then I started looking at it, and I thought, huh, that's weird. Because, I mean, it looked fine, but, you know, it was just one of those things. I'm like, I wonder why they didn't go for 60 FPS instead of 30. That would have been the biggest reason to get it over Switch 1. Alright, let me see how this is looking on the stream. Now, the visual quality looks fine on the stream as well. Good. Good. Sorry if there was an echo there. My phone playing the audio of the stream was admittedly right next to my microphone. Of course, there is a little bit of blurring going on in this cinematic. Nothing terrible, but, you know, a little bit. Alright, here we go! Character creation. Character creation frame rate seems to be holding up fine with the camera spinning. I remember playing this on my laptop after we did that Steam Deck stream a while back, and I couldn't even get past the character creator because the frame rate was so bad. Alright, we got lots of races to choose from. Imperial, High Elf, Nord, Orc, Redguard. I always do Wood Elf, so I'll probably just do Wood Elf again. Body type 1 and 2? Is that just female? Probably just male, female. Yep, male, female. Age, old man. No, we'll just do like middle ground. Complexion, don't need to change anything with that. Gosh, and sometimes I feel like some games give me too many options for this. I'm like, I don't want to change the eyebrows and the cheeks and the everything. Like, how far back or forward do you want your chin? I don't care. I'm just gonna leave that the way it is. Let's change the... Let's give you ooh, let's give you these eyes. Those eyes look good. Skin tint. Blue! Hello, I have this blue elf over here. Sure. Sure, why not? Let's get a good hairstyle going. This is fine. Ooh, how about that? Nope, it's got the thing in the back. Too long. I'm trying to find something that looks good compared to my actual hairstyle. I mean, this is probably the closest. It's a little longer than my hair, but, you know. Oh, I can adjust hair length. All right, that's a little closer to my actual hair. It's still a little longer, but, you know, it's fine. Doesn't really look that brown to me. Whatever. Critical 12, welcome to the stream. I will get done with the character creator as soon as possible. Like that's not brown. Is this even white? Sort of white. Kinda. Like, that doesn't look dark brown at all. That looks like light brown. Like, you see some changes here. I don't see any changes here. Like, you can see, like, very, very slight changes. Whatever, it's fine. Whatever! Just make you like that. Just say R2G for the name. Continue! Alright. Ooh, okay. Frame rate seems to be fine here in the dungeon.
Hey, Wood Elf, you're a little far from the forest, huh?
Visuals seem to look pretty good too.
Have come to a tragic end. To go from the gladed realm of Valenwood to a rat-infested hole like this. How very sad.
Soul Python says, I think I found the reason Kina felt rushed. On Virtuo's website, it says, completed a full adaptation within a highly compressed 4-month development. Wow, 4 months? Wow. I wonder if they gave them a deadline of like, oh yeah, you can work on this, but you have to be done, you know, by April or whatever. That sucks. Give people time to actually make a good game. I mean, I'm sure it's a good 30 FPS, but still.
They're dead, aren't they?
We don't know that, sire. The messenger only said they were attacked.
What do you want?
Oh, they're dead.
What?
I know.
What? What?
What's this prisoner doing here? This cell is supposed to be off limits.
Is it? Is there something wrong with this cell?
What's up with the watch?
Never mind. Get that gate open. Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
No sign of pursuit, sir. Stay put, prisoner.
Good. Let's go. We're
Okay,
out of
I'm not
this
going
yet.
anywhere. Calm down, jeez.
You. I've seen you. Let me see your face.
All right, let's see. We
You
got
were
some
the one from my
we got
dream.
some fuzzy hair stuff going on.
Stars were right. This is the day.
A little similar to the Final Fantasy VII Remake games. Not quite as good as the hair in the Final Fantasy VII Remake stuff. A little bit of, you can see a little bit of fuzz around like the top left corner of Mr. Emperor Patrick Stewart hair.
Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
All right, sorry about pausing there for a second. I wanted to make sure that you guys could hear the game audio too. All right. Why am I in jail?
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done...
Of course, the gods placed us here.
is
Put
not
this
what
man
you
in a
are
cell!
for.
He's done nothing but screw him! Straight to jail!
I am your emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way.
Well, what should I do?
You will find your own path. Take care. There will be blood and death before the end.
Please, sire, we must keep moving.
Blood and death!
Better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
This doesn't concern you, prisoner.
Looks like this is your lucky day. Just stay out of our way.
You shut your mouth. Look at his little. Can't even see him.
Don't try anything. I'm watching you.
Slightly weird animation look when they were going down the stairs. Let's see if these stairs cause the same thing to happen.
Ahead.
Close up left. Protect the Emperor.
Quiet and stay out of the way.
The captain's down.
This is only the beginning. Worse is yet to come.
Worse?
Are you all right, sire? We're clear.
The captain's dead. I'm gonna take their stuff.
Captain Reno?
She's dead. Sorry, sire, but we have to keep moving. Stand it.
All right, let's see. We got katana. Let's go ahead and equip the katana. Do we have anything else? Nope.
Side, prisoner.
I have this katana.
They be waiting for us here.
Can I equip both of them? Of course not. What do you think this is, Skyrim?
Don't know, but it's too late to go back now. Don't worry, sire. We will get you out of here.
They won't be the first to underestimate.
I do kind of like the speed of like the movement and everything.
Let's move.
You
I know we're
stay
not going to
here.
really get any
Don't
tests
run
until
far.
we get to the open world, and that I remember when we played this on the Steam Deck, the snow area on horseback looked horrifically bad. Get out of here, rat! Get out! Get out of here! Give me that meat. How dare you! Get out of here! Get out of here, rat! Rat. Let's just sneak through here and get a bow. Get a bunch of arrows and some equipment. Finally, we can not look like some prisoner in rags. Whoa. That was such a difference. Like the just the transition of the character, like the whole character just kind of shimmered when we put the armor on. All right, you're looking a little better. We gotta be stealthy arrow person. Oh, hold on. We have to equip the arrows. I forgot. Get out of here. There. Get that arrow back. Take the shield with us. All right, our lovely lockpicking. You know, I don't love this style of lockpicking. When I played Thief Simulator, they had the, you know, the Skyrim Fallout aspect of it, of using a lockpick, and then the Oblivion style. The Oblivion style always just took so long. What we got here? Iron key, lockpick. Bolt? Oh, flash bullet's a spell. Okay, never mind. I saw bolt and I thought, wait a minute. I don't think this game has crossbows. You open the door with the iron key. All right, let me go to the system. Let's go make our first hard save. Hold on, let's go to controls, because I heard this game has gyro. Because I want to do that for the bow stuff. Let's see here. FOV. Oh, aim assist. Heck yeah, dude. And motion controls. Wait, is it only the Joy-Cons motion controls? Hold on, let me look. I have the Pro Controller in right now. Oh no, the Pro Controller can do motion controls too. Ooh, lots of arrows, lockpick. More armor. See how this other armor looks. It looks fine. Solid Python says Lord of the Rings War in the North Remastered just got shadow dropped today. What? "17 minutes ago on Steam, Lord of the Rings War in the North Legacy Edition. From Aspire Me. Oh, Aspire Me. Aspire, why do you guys keep doing this to us? Did that release on the Switch as well? I swear. I swear. Bro. Screw it. I'm gonna let this download while we're playing. Aspire, you're killing me here. Okay. Well, I'll be downloading for later. Though I am sure that Oblivion does not let downloads happen in the background. No, it does not. Aspire really needs to up their game on thumbnails, though. This icon looks terrible. Doesn't even have a logo on it. They did the same thing with Rise of the Tomb Raider. Like, their Tomb Raider 2013 icon looked great. Solid Python, something always shadow drops when you stream. It does! All the time. It's just like, you know, you guys come in, it's like, oh, hey, this big thing just happened. Like, what? Where? When? Just now! Take that, you fiend! What are you attacking? Weird guy over here? Man. Aspire needs to let us know they're doing these things. But then again, like, so many people freaking hate Aspire. Like, like, some people, like, you mentioned Aspire. Screw them, they're awful, they're garbage, everything they make is bad. You know, normally with me, I'm like, I've liked most of their Switch ports. I really like all their Star Wars games. I like the Tomb Raider games they've made. You know, instead of everybody that's just like, they're the worst ever. Stop it. Don't jump at me. Don't do it! Yeah, that's what I thought. Surf Team, not seeing it on the UK eShop yet. Maybe it'll take a little bit of time to pop up. But it was up on the US eShop. I'm pretty sure there were Switch 1 and Switch 2 versions of it, too. Yep, Switch 1 and Switch 2. $20! With a bunch of screenshots here. Because just what we need right now, more RPGs! But man, as soon as I saw that $20, I'm like, I got $20. I've got $20 after buying Oblivion. Stupid rats. It's not super easy to fight you with a bow. Even though the Elder Scrolls thing, especially Skyrim, you know, the meme is like, I'm gonna play Skyrim for the 200th time. I'm gonna make this new build this time, and then, you know, 5 hours in, like, well, looks like it's time to be a sneaky archer once again. Got him. The other one gonna come up here? Yep. Oh, and actually, let me move some stuff around, because I've heard this also has mouse controls. Let's see. Aha! Toggle mouse mode. So obviously motion controls and mouse mode can't be on at the same time. Wait a minute. Aim assist. Wait a minute, what? How do I toggle mouse mode? How do we toggle mouse mode? There's a toggle for motion controls. But how do we toggle? Maybe we have to actually go into mouse mode to enable it. I'm going to try to not lose the feed. I mess up my HDMI every time I detach the Joy-Cons. I'm going to be super careful. Oh my gosh, we did it. Interesting. Let's detach our controllers. Okay, I got mouse mode going on the UI. But how do we toggle mouse mode on here? Ah, there we go. So we have to have the Joy-Cons out to toggle mouse mode. All right, let's give it a good try. Do I want to confirm my settings? Sure I do. Oh, okay, so they changed up the controls. Okay, so in mouse mode, L1 is shortcut. L2 is guard. B is still jump. Y or square is still putting the weapons away. But I have not found how to fire an arrow. Okay. Oh, it looks like you can't go back and forth with the Joy-Cons. You can only do mouse mode while it's turned on. Okay, there we go. Holding R1 lets you fire an arrow. Okay, it's a little weird. The sensitivity isn't bad. It probably is going to feel weird because it's a 30 FPS game. But it's not too bad so far. June, this seems smoother than the review videos. Well, we're still in the intro dungeon, so we're not to the open world yet. I need one of those like really big mouse pads. I got a standard size mouse pad. I need one of those like, you know, like that 2 feet wide mouse pads. Then again, the Joy-Con kind of kind of glides better on my desk than it does on my mouse pad. I don't have a expensive mouse pad, though. It's just kind of like a little cheapy mouse pad. Fried Lizards, there was an odd amount of sponsored reviews, so I don't know who to trust. Yeah, it's weird. Because it's one good thing about me. I've never been asked to be sponsored outside of by little teeny tiny looks sketchy enough that I don't want to trust it emails. The most sponsorship I have are just, I got a review code for this. But then again, I got a review code for Jurassic World Evolution 2 that I reviewed last week, and I still talked about the problems that I had with the frame drops in certain areas. Solar Python, do you have the Joy-Con straps attached for smoother gliding, though? What's a Joy-Con strap? I'm just kidding. No, I do not. I have never used the Joy-Con straps for anything. I've just kind of like got my hand on the Joy-Con itself. I mean, I got a pretty decent grip on it. The only weird thing about the Joy-Cons is that I kind of like, when I pull it too far this way to do the camera, you know, like, I get to the point where, like, oh, my hand's about to come off the desk, so I need to pick up the Joy-Con and move it to the right. That's why you hear, like, little sounds like this. And then continue. Roz, I think he's talking about the included skates for mouse mode. Probably not. Probably not. I'm sure I have them around somewhere that I have probably used once. Solar Python, frame rate drops in Evolution 2 make no sense. Frame rate lower when less is on screen, but higher when you see the entire map. Yeah, like zoomed in on a bunch of stuff. I'm assuming it just has to do with like the heavy grass textures when you're zoomed in. Hi, I think we got turned around somewhere. We did. Surf Demon says still nothing on the UK store. That's weird. Maybe it'll pop up later on today. Yeah, I don't even know about, you know, the included skates for that. I'll look to see if my Switch 2 box is next to my desk. But if not, I'll not worry about it. So I'll be back in like less than a minute. Yeah, I got nothing, so I'm gonna say oh well to that. It's fine. Let's see, Surf Demon says that it's on the PS5 and Steam in the UK, just nothing on the eShop yet. Okay, maybe the eShop's just being slow. Alright, well, we'll, keep mouse mode on for now. Come on, that should have hit him. Oh well. I'd like my arrows back, please. Thank you. Glad you set off that trap. My aim's a little, a little... Now, I'm doing that on purpose, but, like, like... It's a little jumpy from time to time. Which is mostly just me, my, lack of ability to use the mouse very well, because I don't have a big history in using keyboard and mouse for games. Because, like, even when I play PC games, if I can use a controller, typically, 9 times out of 10, I do. Got it. Solid Python says they make the mouse glide better on pretty much any service. Well, I will have to, later I'll have to go digging and see if I can find them. You missed. Okay, you didn't miss that time. That guy was apparently unaware of the whole thing happening. Maybe it'd be easier for, like, heavy PC gamers, but, like, hitting the A button while using the mouse feels a little weird. What we got here? Unless maybe I can just use the R button for this. Nope, I cannot. I can use the R button for, like, getting this stuff out of here with the mouse. That's cool. But I actually have to use the A button to interact with the chest. Oh, hello. We got... I thought you had a bow. Did you drop it? I see the shield. Just drag you over here. I don't see it sitting here anywhere. Then again, it's dark. There's an axe. There's me accidentally hitting R1. So Python says I'm surprised that Nintendo hasn't made an accessory that makes the Joy-Con feel more like a mouse, considering they love their plastic wheels for Mario Kart. That's a good point. Maybe they will Sunday, but yeah, the Switch 2's been out for well over a year now, and they do not have a, a good little mouse accessory. I could see a good mouse accessory coming out. Like, that looks like a, that just looks like a USB mouse, but with a big slot in the middle that you slide the Joy-Con into. I could see that being an interesting thing. Excuse me, Goblin. I'm trying to talk here. But all things considered, that Goblin looks pretty good. Like, you can see, like, a lot of details on the mask he's got on here. Yeah, no, I've never used those little mouse glider things. And that can just, tell you right now all of the games that have happened before where I'm like, hey, this is pretty good mouse mode stuff. That's with me not using those little skates. It's like, oh yeah, no, this is pretty good without any help. Take this, goblin witch. A little bit of weirdness in the animation there. Let's see. Look and see what all these shortcuts do. Is there anybody down here? Nope. It's very weird, kind of like going back and forth between the mouse controls, because I open up a chest and I just immediately try to hit A to take stuff, not realizing, oh wait, that's right, I can move the cursor around and select it. All right. Subterrane! All right. I'm going to set the Joy-Cons to the side, and I'm going to switch back to the Pro Controller. Because that's neat, but I do like the feel of the Pro Controller a little better. Hold on, what? What happened? Oh, there we go. The right analog stick wasn't working right away. I think it was stuck in mouse mode for a second. All right, let's turn aim assist on. Let's turn motion controls back on. I'll play like the... Oh, yeah. It feels so much more natural to me. We might want to lower the sensitivity on the right analog stick. It's pretty sensitive. It's not bad, but... Bring the sensitivity down to about 40. That feels a little better. Don't worry, you guys got this. I'll watch. Juizy, we haven't seen any stuttering yet, but we haven't gotten to the open world yet. Because that's where the stuttering happens. When you're wandering the open world and it's loading future assets in front of you.
Have you seen the prisoner?
Do you think he followed us? How could he?
How could the prisoner have followed us?
Damn it! It's that prisoner again! Kill him! He might be working with the assassins.
No, he is not one of them. He can help us. He must help us.
Yeah, listen to him. And don't worry about me wearing the robes of the assassins. Man, that looks good. That looks fantastic. I love that look. That looks great. Soul Python, this is our first open world UE5 game on Switch. Is it? Okay. We don't count Fortnite. I don't think I would count Fortnite Like, Fortnite's map is legitimately big, but, like...
They cannot
That's kind of
understand
not a...
why I
That's
trust
that's not really a
They've
fair
not seen
comparison.
what I've seen.
Because that's, you
How
know...
can I explain? Listen. You
That's
know
the
Nine,
baby
how
of
they
the
guide our
creators
faith
of the
with an invisible
engine.
hand.
I don't know. I don't really think about that stuff.
I've served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I
Because let's
wonder
see what all
which sign marked your birth.
UE5 open world games are there even. Apparently Palworld uses it. Fortnite, obviously, but I wouldn't really call Fortnite a traditional open world game, since it's also, you know, it is what it is, where the map is constantly getting smaller. Though, speaking of Fortnite, if you've been following the leaks, apparently the next season is gonna be completely video game collab oriented. So that's exciting. Apparently they're gonna get a bunch of stuff like Persona, Sonic, Mega Man, Kingdom Hearts, and a bunch of other stuff. So that's really cool. Alright, what do we want for our birthright? Fortify agility. We'll do agility.
The signs I read show the end of my path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come.
What about me?
Your stars are not mine. Today the thief shall guide your steps on the road to destiny.
Are you not afraid to die?
No trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this, I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate.
I guess that makes sense, because a lot of people are really scared of death. I am. I had a lot of phases about a year ago where I was just so scared. But, you know, I feel like as people get older, they start to come to terms with a lot of things about life, and by the time they're in their elderly years, it's kind of like, yeah, this isn't as,
the dawn of
you know,
Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming
absolutely
darkness.
terrifying as it
With
once
such
was.
hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied. I go
Where we
to
going?
my grave. A tongue shriller than all the music calls me. You shall follow me yet for a while. Then we must part.
Alright. I am Mr. Stealthy Archer. See how the...
You may as well make yourself useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close.
Okay. Huh? Oh, I can ask about stuff.
Stick
I'm not
close
asking
and
about
let us
stuff.
do our job, and you'll be all right.
Yeah, I can't really see him too well. Where's the torch at? Did you actually give me a torch? Maybe it's under... There's clairvoyance and heal minor wounds. Whatever, I don't care. I'll take a spare costume from this assassin person.
You thought we'd go down easy? Prisoner,
I'm just gonna stay back here.
Talos preserve us.
You guys got this. Hey, I'm trying to be a stealthy archer here. Here, make me use a sword or something.
There's no time to talk now, prisoner.
I'm not trying to talk to you. Get out of the way. I'm trying to loot this guy and get his clothes. Where'd they go? They went over there somewhere? To be honest, I'm glad this is a smaller stream for us. I was actually afraid this was going to be like the Skyrim and Fallout 4 launch, where it was like 4 to 700 people in the stream and not being able to keep up with the stream, and everybody's just like screaming, "Oh, this is so bad. Why aren't you doing this? Blah, 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 blah." Kind of, all that stuff was like super overwhelming for me. I'm like, you know, same thing happened with Resident Evil Requiem when I played that early on. Kind of like it when we're not like constantly just everything going on with a million freaking people all at once. Oh, I'm glad you guys waited for me. These guys have anything good? Just more robes? Hey guys, don't you like these robes? Don't you want to put them on too? I got mine on. But yeah, I'm glad it wasn't like absurdly chaotic. I remember when I got into the Skyrim stream, I was just like, "Hey guys, how's it going? Holy crap, there's like 400 people here and everybody's just screaming at me to shut up and just start the game." Solid Python said the Fallout 4 stream was insane. It was absurd. I could not keep up with the chat in those. And then I realized that, you know, that most of the chat was just like people yelling and arguing with each other. Because I think I got a couple comments complaining on my Skyrim stream where it's like, wow, this guy just repeats that it's 30 FPS over and over again. And I'm like, that's because people wouldn't stop asking. And I was trying to be courteous and answer people's questions. Until I got to the point where I'm like, oh, you know what, I'm just going to stop now.
Wait here with the Emperor.
So, you know, part of me was worried that that's what this stream was going to turn into. But I'm glad it's not. Assassin!
I told you to stay with the Emperor.
Frame rate's a little jumpy in this dialogue sequence. Yeah, you can see a little bit of stuttering going on here. Every once in a while it's popping up while we're fighting these assassins. Go away, I'm gonna die! Oh no! Hold on. I think I have a potion. Go away, leave me alone! Leave me alone!
Get back and protect the Emperor.
Leave me alone, they're trying to swarm me!
For the blades and the Emperor!
No!
You want to help? Get back and protect the Emperor.
Protect the Emperor, I'm trying to protect me! Load autosave.
Hold up. I don't like this. Let me take a look.
Alright, I'm gonna swap back to the bow. It is the strongest thing I've got right now. Alright, let's try this again.
Looks clear. Come on. We're almost through to the sewers.
I'm gonna stay behind while you guys aggro all these guys. Show shortcuts. Alright, how do I bring up this? Okay, shortcut menu's that way. Alright, so R1 is to use the magic. Okay. This will be fine. You guys trigger all the bad guys. Ooh, I might be able to do this. Like run up here, jump up on here, and be able to snipe them.
What's your call, sir?
They're behind us. Wait here, sire. You thought we'd go down easy?
We're down farther, so I can't jump up on that ledge anymore.
You're lucky I like
For
you.
the
Otherwise, I
blades
told you to
and
stay.
the Emperor!
Take them
Whoops.
down. This one's mine.
Arrows are not doing much against these guys either. Hold on.
Get back with the Emperor. Protect him with your life. For the Emperor!
I'm trying to think. I was thinking there was a ledge we could get up on in this room.
If you want to help, get back and
I'm
protect the
supposed to be impressed.
Here we go. Oh, of course you're gonna spawn right next to me. Oh, I see you're trying to snipe these guys from on top. I don't think so. Says Oblivion Remastered.
No flesh and no fury.
There we go. That guy's down. Okay, alright.
If you want to
I
help,
guess you've
get
met your
back and protect the
uplift.
Emperor. For the
Oh, come on, guys. Come on, man.
That's the best you can do.
If you want to help, get back and protect the Emperor.
If I want to help, I need to survive, buddy.
For the
Boy.
blade, Oblivion take you.
Oh, good. You're aggroing them. That's great. Just survive long enough for us to take at least a couple of these guys out.
I'd fought mud crabs more fiercer than you.
If you want
All right,
to
so I'm assuming the
protect the Emperor. For the Emperor.
the high combat areas are going to be a little stuttery. Or at least this one was.
I can go no further. You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone.
All right, yeah, I forgot I was supposed to come back here and talk to him instead of just helping them fight the respawning enemies. Oh no, he's dead!
You chose a bad day to take up with the...
No. Talos, save us.
Iron arrow.
We failed. I failed. The blades are sworn to protect...
Luca, it looks better than I expected.
All his
Oh,
heirs
yeah.
are dead.
A lot of people were
The
expecting
amulet. Where's
this
the
to be
amulet of Kings?
garbage.
It wasn't on the Emperor's body.
Complete butthole garbage. Because it
Strange.
runs so badly on everything else, and they haven't updated the game with performance updates in, like, what, a year?
They see more than lesser men.
People just assumed that they abandoned Oblivion Remastered, and then lo and behold, oh, by the way, they're making a Switch 2 version.
Jewelry. The amulet has power. Only a true heir of the blood can wear it, they say. He must have given it to you for a reason. Did he say why?
I must take it to Joffrey!
Joffrey? He said that? Why?
There is another heir to the throne.
Nothing I ever heard about. But Joffrey would be the one to know. He's the Grand Master of my order. Although you may not think so to meet him, he lives quietly as a monk at Weynon Priory, near the city of Coral.
How do I get over there?
You need to get out of here.
First, you need to get out of here to go someplace else. No kidding.
It's a secret way out of the Imperial City. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for... There are rats and goblins down there.
Rats and goblins? Select a class. Look at all these classes that have bows and arrows. Speed and agility, personality and agility. Agility and endurance, speed and intelligence, agility and willpower. Let's do speed and intelligence, which it already has for us. Assassin!
A few rats and goblins won't give you any trouble.
All right, what after the sewers?
You must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Weynon Priory immediately. Got it?
I understand.
Good. The Emperor's trust was well placed.
What are you
I'll stay
gonna
here to
do?
guard the Emperor's body and make sure no one follows you. You better get moving. By the way, thanks for recovering Captain Renault's sword. I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls.
How about you don't take the sword from me? How about I just keep it? You know?
Leave the Emperor in peace.
Hey, why don't you turn around so we can loot the Emperor's body? Turn around. Turn around. Might wanna disable autosave too. Nope. Nope, nope, and nope. Turn off all the autosaves. I remember how that happened in Skyrim. The autosave system completely filled up all the save slots. You know, the fact that we have five autosave slots already. We'll just be responsible and make hard saves. Because I got through, you know, like a quarter of Skyrim's main quest before the Switch and Switch 2 will tell me, hey, you ran out of room for space because we've made 100 autosaves for every time you fast traveled somewhere and waited on a bench for a shop to reset. All right, sewers. Anything down here? Rats and goblins. Like that rat that immediately saw me. Hey, why'd you jump out of the way? Don't you know that's incredibly rude? Alright, now we're back to stealthing and fighting things one-on-one, and the frame rate is much more stable. Dweezy, I heard this game crashes a lot during loading screens. That might be risky. It might be. But I would rather get into the habit of saving frequently than have to try to sort through 10 billion freaking autosave slots. So all we have to do is make sure we do manual saves a lot. So let's just creep our way through here and say, "Are you okay, sir?" Your head was stuck through the door. You know, just Rat just had his head phasing through the door. But Dweezy, like, my thing with save files is just like, I didn't like in Skyrim where I would, you know, I would make a hard save and then there'd be like 10 autosaves. And then suddenly I would have to go in and delete like 20 or 30 saves just so I could keep saving again on my file. Like right here, I'll be like, okay, let's just go ahead and save. Boom. With the Skyrim dragon symbol right here. Exit sewers into the open world so we can see how the stutters are once we actually explore places. Surf Demons has been close to an hour and still not on the UK eShop. That's weird. I wonder if Nintendo UK messed up the launch of that Lord of the Rings game. Unless you could try searching for it and see if it comes up that way. Hello, massive frame drop the moment that the open world spawned. Alright, so here we had to adjust a lot of settings on the Steam Deck because the we were getting like frame rates in the teens. Seems to be holding up fine. There's a stutter. Okay. As we apparently emerge from the freaking Shire here. You know, on the topic of Lord of the Rings. Swimming seems to be okay. Searching, I tried to search as well and it doesn't come up. That's weird. Okay, I figured search would, you know, sometimes that happens. We're supposed to be going that way. This looks pretty good. Like, I wonder how bad the foliage will look during the. What enemies are nearby? What enemies? Is there a mud crab over there somewhere? Is this an enemy?
My eyes playing tricks on me.
Oh, it is an enemy. Take this, bandit. And bandit bowman. Okay, there's still more enemies around. Let's see what we got here. Take my arrows back and take those lockpicks. Where? Oh, there they are. Lots of arrows. Thank you very much. There's still enemies nearby. Solo Python, it's nighttime. It looked so good with the shining rays in the footage. Well, I want to clear out these bandits so I can wait so we can see what it looks like in the daytime. I can find where this last bandit is. Or whatever enemy is nearby. There's nobody over here. I'm just gonna sleep here. For 2 hours. Wow, it's daytime and it doesn't look that much different. Because it's cloudy and raining. Alright, the foliage, I think... Okay, the foliage doesn't look... Did you guys know that Oblivion Remastered is now available to play? Floor Science says assign the extra button on the controller for quick save. We might look at that. And Jesse, welcome to the stream. Did you get the physical or digital? I got the digital version, so we could play it right away. I was not going to risk the physical edition not being delivered on time for today's stream. But I got the other Bethesda games digital too, because they are games that I constantly go back to and play for a while. Alright, so daytime, if you can call this daytime, looks good. I think the trees look fine. They're not like super crazy low res like some other games. Let's put that away for now. See our guy running around in third person. I'm sure that third person is going to have more stutters. Then again, I don't really play these games in third person very much. I always want to, but then I think, you know what? Aiming is so much weirder in third person. I'm just going to not. I'll just keep doing it in a first person view instead. The walls around the city look pretty good. Emo504 says, I'm looking forward to buying the physical edition, but they're sold out everywhere. That's what I heard as well. I saw some people talking yesterday about how the physical edition was sold out everywhere. And the people were just, like, in general, having a hard time finding copies of it. So I don't think I've seen any physical editions at the Walmart store I work at.
I'd rather have someone else just repair it. I'd hate to have to take the time.
Because I normally have to go over all of the stuff we received to make sure everything's, all the numbers and counts are correct. And I don't think I've seen anything come in from, for Oblivion Remastered.
You have my ear, citizen.
I never said I wanted to talk to you. Wanted poster, the Gray Fox. Wanted for theft and all this other crap. Wears a gray cloak. Oh, Solid Python looks like we can scratch off another game from the dwindling "this will never run on Switch 2" list. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that idea is so weird because it's like, this game cannot, you know, especially coming from, you know, us, like gamers, like the community, it's like, this will never run on the Switch 2. This is not capable of running on the Switch 2. I'm like, how do you know? Have you tried to make it? They could probably make it run. They could probably make anything run on the Switch 2 that they want. It might not look good. It might not play well. But it'll probably run.
It's you. Hi.
It's all a matter of optimization and lowering settings to the point of what's acceptable and what is not.
From the chapel there.
Safe travels.
Take care.
See us running through the town. Okay, this looks pretty decent. Solid Python Colonel, that ninja is Gray Fox, no doubt about it. How did he get to Cyrodiil? How did he swap universes and go into a Bethesda game? Hello, you're dressed awful fancy. Oh, here's a Dargan. Whoa! Okay, we got a bunch of... There were a bunch of stutters there just now. Looks like these are... Oh, looks like we can recreate these stutters looking at that dragon statue pretty easily. What happened? I didn't do anything with my controller. Calm down, game. Yeah, because like moving the camera around this dragon statue in a specific way, looks like you can recreate those stutters. There's a little bit of stuttering going on here elsewhere. Is there a sign or anything on who this dragon is? No? Okay. Interesting.
You have my ear, citizen.
And we're off. Somewhere. I feel like the whole stuttering situation is going to be a, this stutters on everything. Because if it keeps up this performance, it's still going to be pretty impressive that they got it to run here, you know, at all. Considering how horribly it plays on everything else. Or at least compared to what it should be running on everything else. Though I still think it would have been fun if they had just added a graphics toggle or bundled it with the original. That way we can say you can play this. It looks so good. But it's a 30 FPS and stutters a bit. Or you could just toggle the original graphics and play it like it, you know, like it's decades ago and have it be a perfect 60 FPS. I feel like that should always be an option, especially if you're intent on doing a remaster or a remake that is one-to-one with basically changing nothing. Outside of, you know, the visuals and, you know, occasional gameplay things. But that's just me. Like, I just still remember the first time I played Halo Master Chief Collection and saw the toggle in Halos 1 and 2, and I'm like, I just thought that was the coolest thing. The fact that not only could you swap between the graphics, but it was seamless. It was like a split-second change. And it really helped the Steam Deck, because a lot of those areas in Halo 1 that had frame drops on the Steam Deck, you could just swap back to the original graphics and be fine. For the most part. It wasn't a perfect 60 FPS in the bad areas, but it was still like 50 to 60. Not like Campaign Evolved, which I did pretty much play all of. Though people at the job I work at keep asking me how far I've gone in the campaign remix mode, and I'm like, I've played a little bit of it, but you know, I'm, you know, me thinking like, but you know, I have this thing called YouTube channel and this thing called Switch 2, and I'm playing a bunch of stuff on that. Like, I'm diving into this RPG, about to go into this next RPG. And apparently this Lord of the Rings game that apparently the UK eShop just doesn't like right now for Surf Demon. But hopefully that'll pop up by the end of the day. Uh-oh, there's an enema somewhere. Oh no, it's a wolf! Go away, wolf. I'm so glad with the whole combat stuff. I'm so glad that they gave us gyro motion aiming and mouse mode. That's a nice. I mean, you know, other games had that too. Skyrim had it, but still, it's a really nice feature to have. Surf Demon says still not showing. That's horrible. Because I don't see anything online about it only being in certain regions. No reason for it to not be in Europe. The original came out in Europe back in 2011. Another PlayStation 3 360 game that Aspire jumped on. Alright, anyways. Yeah, Surf Demon says it's up on the other platforms, just not on Switch. I wonder why. I mean, the article in Gematsu has price stuff for Europe and everything. Oh, now I see. So, of course, according to the Gematsu.com article, it says that in Europe, the Switch 2 and Switch versions will launch on October 18th. So, 1 week from today. It doesn't really have any reasoning for why the European Switch version is releasing in a week. But right at the end of the little beginning of the article, it says, in Europe, the Switch 2 and Switch versions will launch on October 18th. So that would be why it's not there. For some reason. Delivering the amulet. I arrived at the Priory. I must take the Amulet of Kings to Joffrey. Alright, and if combat's going to be a little stuttery here, I want to adjust the difficulty just a little bit. Adjust the damage done by the player to enemies. Master! No, I'll keep that on adapt, but I'll drop enemy damage down to apprentice just to mitigate if those frame drop stutters keep going. What do you want?
You may speak.
You may speak? Who said I wanted to speak to you? Surf Demon says, that is so weird, especially when it's up on everything else already. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. If there was some reason that they wanted to delay the Switch version and the Switch 2 versions, you would think that it would be delayed in all regions. But it's clearly up on the North America eShop. Because we saw it there. Oh, hey, I must speak to Joffrey immediately.
He's upstairs. Go ahead.
Thanks. Enjoy your balding head, good sir. Actually, can I pickpocket? I sure can. Excuse me, sir, while I save my game really quick. And excuse me? What are these autosaves doing here? I have autosave turned off. Oblivion Remastered. I don't want to see that. Or that. Or that. Or that. What are you looking at me for? Turn away. Oh, you only have gold. Whatever.
What?
Not even worth pickpocketing. Hello, brother. Alright, let's go see Boss Man.
I'm Brother Joffrey. What do you want?
Oh yeah, Joffrey's the one that they included in that first announcement video that they did to advertise the Switch 2 version, where he like held up the physical cartridge. Alright, Jinobi says they said on Twitter the restock for later this month. I'm assuming the restock for the physical edition of Oblivion Remastered. Oh hey, I brought you the the Amulet of Kings.
This cannot be. No one but the Emperor is.
This cannot be!
Let me see it.
Here.
By the Nine! This is the Amulet of Kings. Who are you? How did you get this? What do you know of the Emperor's death?
I was there. I saw the assassin do the deed. Don't even worry about the fact that I'm wearing assassin robes right now.
As unlikely as your story sounds, I believe you. Only the strange destiny of Uriel Septim could have brought you to me carrying the Amulet of Kings.
Who is the Prince of Destruction?
The Prince of Destruction he referred to is none other than Mehrunes Dagon, one of the lords of the demonic world of Oblivion. The Emperor's words, "Close shut the jaws of Oblivion," certainly suggest that he perceived some threat from Oblivion. But all the scholars agree that the mortal world is protected from the Daedra of Oblivion by magical barriers.
Not for
I'm
long!
not sure. Only the Emperors truly understand the meaning behind the rituals of coronation. The Amulet of Kings is ancient.
Wait a minute.
Alicia herself received it from the gods.
Surf Demon says the article said
It is a
October
holy
18th.
relic
What,
of
did it?
great
Did I read that wrong?
When an emperor is crowned, he uses the amulet to light the dragon fires at the Temple of the One in the Imperial City. With the emperor dead and no
Oh
need
my
for
gosh,
a
it
crown,
did. It
the
did.
dragon
I
fires in the
completely
temple
missed
will be
that.
dark.
I thought
For
it
the
said
first
August
time in
18th.
centuries.
That's so
It may be
weird.
that the
Why would
dragon fires
why would
protected
they
us from a threat that
delay
only
the Switch
emperor was
version in
aware of.
Europe for 2 months? That's so weird. Yeah, I just pulled up the Jimatsu article again and reread it. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat for Solo Python. That is super weird.
I am one of the few who know of his existence. Many years ago, I served as captain of Uriel's bodyguards, the Blades. One night, Uriel called me into his private chambers. A baby boy lay sleeping in a basket. Uriel told me to deliver him somewhere safe.
I wonder if the Switch
never
and
told
Switch
me
2
anything else
versions
about
aren't
the baby,
very well
but I knew it
optimized
was his
yet.
son.
But they
Time to
decided to
time, people
release
asked about
them.
the child's
But they
progress.
decided to release them in
Now,
North
it seems that
America
this illegitimate son is
anyways.
the heir to the Septim throne.
Yeah, Solo
He never
Python says
did.
just change the region to US and buy it. Yeah. He probably have to get a US eShop gift card for that too.
His name is
Because that's what I had to do
He
when I
serves
bought
as
all
Kvatch
of
in the
those
chapel in the
Asia
city
region
of Kvatch,
imports like the
south of here.
Neptunia Rebirth
You must
trilogy.
go to Kvatch and find him at once. If the enemy is aware of his existence, as seems likely, he is in terrible danger. And please, let me know if there's anything you need. My resources here are limited, but I will help in any way I can.
Hey, can you unlock the console commands for me?
Waste no time.
That'd be nice.
You must find Martin before the enemy does.
What you got in here? Okay, whatever.
What is it?
What is it? I didn't say anything to you. I'm leaving. Surf Demon says, I'll just get it on PS5 and Steam. Yeah, that works too. At least that is available to you in Europe right now. So weird, though. Salt Python says it's one of those Aspire things. I remember when Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Switch 2 edition came out, it was delayed for a week on the European eShop. That's strange. Art, welcome to the stream. Can you own a house like in Skyrim? Pretty sure you can. I think there's a house you can buy in each major city. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's make another hard save. I swear if there's another... Okay, that's better. I was going to say, if there was another autosave that showed up... All right, we've already seen another stutter here. So obviously Bethesda has not fixed the stuttering issue. Because I remember back when this first came out on PC and other platforms, that was back when Digital Foundry, let Alex do videos for PC coverage. They haven't had Alex do things over there for a while. Probably just some health-related thing with Alex himself. But I remember when he kind of like dissected Oblivion Remastered, he said it was something weird about loading, future textures and stuff that was causing the stutters to happen. Clearly they have not fixed that yet. Soul Python says Aspire's tweet for the game says it's going to be available on the EU eShop on August 18th. Oh, okay. So maybe the Jamatsu writer messed up when they made their article. Hello? Who's there? Who's there? I see something. I see something moving. What is it? It's a skeleton! Take that, skeleton. I'll take those arrows. I used less than 7 to take you out. Just out of curiosity, we need to look around for another enemy. I wonder if, cranking the player damage up, just, one hit KOs literally everything. Those are regular animals. Those are not enemies, I don't think. Those just look like deer. Wind cave discovered. Let's go into the wind cave. Solid Python says it's like Tomb Raider a week later in Europe for some reason. All right, let's see here. All right, well, he got one-shotted either way. Imp. I don't really see much in here. I'm hoping we can find a real, a tanky enemy, like those assassins were, so we can test to see just how crazy these settings are if we crank that player damage up. This looks oddly copy-paste. Okay, so with the imp, hitting with an arrow, without being hidden, does that amount of damage. Takes 2 shots to kill him. Without sneak attack bonuses. There's another imp over there. So let's just crank that up and say, screw you too. Let's make sure it went through. Really? That barely does anything. I wonder if that means, like, the higher the option, the less damage you do. So if we take it down to Novice... instant death. Okay, that's a little confusing. I guess it makes sense. We're like, this is supposed to be like easy mode, hard mode. So we put Novice on for like enemies doing little damage to you. And then like Novice for the player to increase their damage to the enemies, I guess. That's kind of confusing on the wording. Because when we put this up on Master, we barely did any damage at all to the imps. Interesting. Stop moving around. Art says, I'm not sure if I've ever made an assassin or stealth character in Skyrim. I always go sword, shield, or magic. Is the stealth dagger damage pretty crazy in these games? Well, I don't know about the late game for Oblivion, but in Skyrim, I always like doing the stealth archer thing to take advantage of the in stealth damage multipliers. And I've always liked ranged combat. Like, I normally go, between, like, archery, crossbows, and magic. Stop floating around, imp. There we go. Well, one thing's for sure. Internal areas and just one-on-one combat seems to be fine here. We're going to have to see, because I think when we get to our next area, when we find this air, I think there's like an ambush battle in the village that had a lot of frame drops on the Steam Deck. So we'll have to see how that holds up here. Is that a rat? Yep. Maybe a little higher. There we go. Can I have my arrow back? Thank you. But taking things nice and slow here is quite nice. Next area. Let's go ahead and save again, because we haven't in 7 minutes. Since you guys did say earlier that this game potentially crashes on loading screens from time to time. Hadn't happened to us yet. But then again, at the same time, I've had multiple people comment on my review of Jurassic World Evolution 2 on Switch 2, saying stuff like, hey, this game crashes all the time. Hey, there aren't enough people talking about how much this game crashes, and I'm just like, over here shrugging my shoulders. I'm like 20, 30 hours into the game, and I haven't had it crash at all. Sort of even thinking about the whole situation with the Lord of the Rings game, it might be because Nintendo is slow at approving stuff for release. Could be. Maybe Nintendo of UK is slower at those sorts of things when it comes to Aspire. Especially if it's happened before. This it? Surely there's a way up there. Ah, there we go. There's a, No, that's where we came in. Is that all there is to this dungeon? Okay, whatever. I mean, if that's it. Hold on, we'll see what's over down here. Alright, there's another room over here. Good. I was gonna say, if that was it, and there wasn't anything, like, at the end or anything, I'd be kind of disappointed. These imps aren't very, observant. Bunch of their friends just dropping like flies. And they're just like, whatever. See, there's a chest down there. Is there anything down there? That one was slightly more observant. At least we can get most of our arrows back. And sneak increased a little bit more. Alright, what we got in here? Gold and a soul gem. I've never actually used soul gems in these games. I know people do, and there's like a huge system behind it. I'm just like, just never went to do it. Okay, there's another chest here. Maybe this is supposed to be the end of the dungeon with all the treasure chests in here. Alright, might as well just put my bow and arrow away, because I think we're pretty much done here. We're just going to have to backtrack to leave. Unless we can fast travel out of here. You cannot fast travel from this location. Of course not. I was hoping you could. This is a new game. And, you know, ever since Fallout 76 was updated many years ago to fast travel from any location, you know, kind of hope that maybe, just maybe they'll start adding that feature to their future games. To be able to, you know, just to be able to fast travel from within dungeons. That was such a huge convenience for me because I was still playing Fallout 76 regularly when that update happened. I'd just be finishing the dungeon. I'd be like, all right, we're done here. A lot of these rooms are real samey, too. Probably because it's Oblivion. It's an older game. I was one of the Elder Scrolls fans that was introduced to this... basically introduced to the series with Skyrim. I remember playing a very small amount of Oblivion on PS3 at a friend's house years ago. But not even getting to this point. Just a little bit of the intro and the initial open world, and that was it. Didn't really actually dive into an Elder Scrolls game to completion until Skyrim happened. And even that wasn't until the original GPD Win. The first generation GPD Win Windows handheld. That was terrible. But it could play Skyrim. Alright, we're outside again. Alright, now let's... Hi, wolf. Bye, wolf. Anyways. Clairvoyance, so we can... so you can tell me where to go. But, you know, I don't even think Skyrim played that well on the original GPD Win. I probably got an old video that shows it. Somewhere in, like, the better part of a decade ago. Let's type in GPD Win on... Let's say we got a GPD Win video review that I very deliberately showed Resident Evil 4 running on. You know, the original Resident Evil 4. Before the remake was a thing. Had like a little series of videos. One, let's see. We had unboxing, Xbox One streaming. What was GPD Win Series number 2 was PC Steam performance tests. Let's see, what was like the big crazy thing that happened there? Okay, let's see. Skyrim 30 to 40 FPS. And that was like, holy crap, that's crazy. That's Skyrim at 30 to 40 FPS on a handheld PC back in 2016. Let's see, what else did I showcase there? Let's see, Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, 35 to 45 FPS. Neptunia Rebirth 1, 20 to 30 FPS. And that's what I was showcasing in the video. What else is on here? Is there anything else on here? Lego Star Wars, 50 to 60 FPS. Okay. Mega Dimension Neptunia V2, 12 to 17 FPS. Resident Evil 0, 8 to 12 FPS because the PC version was so bad. Resident Evil 6, 15 to 20 FPS. That's crazy. But that was like the Generation 1, like one of the first Windows handhelds ever made. That's crazy that I was just like showcasing, hey, look, you can play Skyrim at 30 to 40 FPS. You can play Mega Dimension Neptunia V2 at 12 FPS. Then again, the first time I played Neptunia V2 was on a really old, I think it was a Surface Pro 2 tablet with a keyboard attached to it. And I think I played most of the game under 20 FPS, just being happy that I could play the game on a pseudo portable device. Surf Demon says, I was introduced to the Elder Scrolls with Oblivion on the Xbox 360. Picked it up day one. Nice. Yeah, because I think with Bethesda games, I was more of a Fallout person at first. Because I didn't play Skyrim, you know, like I said, until the PC version on the GPD Win 1 in 2016. But I still have PS3 copies of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. I played both of those games back on the PS3. Actually, I don't think I've bought Skyrim on any console at all outside of the Switch and Switch 2. Same with Oblivion. Bye, Wolf. You know, I'm sure the answer is no. But I wonder if this game has keyboard mouse support. Probably not. But I'll try to plug in my USB mouse. Huh? Oh. Interesting. So my USB mouse is doing things. It's not moving the aim when I move it around, but if I use a right click, it'll move the bow like this. The mouse wheel will swap perspectives, and a left click will fire an arrow. Well, now I gotta go get my keyboard and see if it actually does full-on keyboard mouse support. So let's go into here. Let's reconnect the Joy-Cons so we can turn on mouse mode. Thank you, virtual game card. I'm glad that the virtual game card got added. Let's turn mouse mode on. I do want to save current changes. Now let me set the Joy-Cons down. Oh my goodness, the mouse does work. The sensitivity is less than the Joy-Cons. Okay, well, hold on. Let me go find my USB keyboard and we're going to try this out. See if we can go full on keyboard and mouse on this game. Also, Artificial Smile, welcome to the stream. It's going well. I'm glad that you were able to order up a physical copy of the game and I hope you enjoy it. So, give me just a second. Oh, here it is. It was right next to me on my desk. Now let me see if I can find the USB plugin for it. All right. Thankfully, there are 2 USB ports on the front of the Switch 2's dock. So I got one for my mouse and one for my Logitech keyboard. And we've gotten so lucky today. I've moved around my Switch dock, plugged things in multiple times. Normally, the moment I barely touch it, the HDMI setup is just shot. Turn the keyboard on. Something's happening. Okay, the sensitivity is pretty low for the USB mouse. Confirm changes. The keyboard seems to be doing some things. So 1 and 2 are swapping the shortcuts. Tab opens the menu. The mouse on my keyboard's working. But the keyboard is not doing anything for actual movement. Looks like the L button can turn off the UI. The tilde command doesn't really do anything. Jesse, welcome to the stream. Someone ported an early copy, early PSP build of Oblivion to the beta. Oh, that's fun. Bernard, generally you need a dongle that has the keyboard and mouse on one port for that to work. Well, my keyboard is a combo. So the mouse that's attached to my keyboard is moving around a little bit here. Let's take a look at controls again. Open Quest. Press any button? Nope, it will not. Alright, so it seems like... Obviously, the mouse doesn't work outside of the game itself. Interesting. Oh, so that's what's going on. So it's not, so when using the USB mouse, it's not registering that it's a mouse. It's registering buttons that are on the Switch. So when I go in here for Open Quest and I hit the left click, it's acting like I am setting this binding to the R button, because that's what the R button is in mouse mode. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's really weird. So not a full keyboard mouse setup, unfortunately. Discard changes, please. And we'll go back to using the Pro controller. But, you know, it was worth testing to see if it actually would work. It's kind of weird. So I guess, like, it's not really registering that there was a keyboard plugged in, but it was registering keys as specific buttons. Jesse, it would have been a neat feature to have. Yeah, and some games do that. Like, but some Bethesda published games do that. Let's see. Aim assist back on. Motion controls back on, please. And thank you. But, some of the old Doom and Quake games have full keyboard and mouse support. Pretty sure Cyberpunk on Switch 2 does as well. Very interesting that how that works, though. It's kind of weird. Just like doing the left click and saying, "Oh, that's this button," not registering that it was actually a USB mouse that I'd plugged into the Switch 2's dock. Jesse, maybe for a future update. Maybe. That would be cool for PC players, saying, "Oh, hey, you can play this on here with a full keyboard and mouse like some other games." Let's go ahead and save again, since we did all that weird testing stuff. Oh. You know, I thought I was going to have to Skyrim glitch my way up that little hill, but I just walked up there. Athletics increased to 15? Oh, that's good. We still haven't leveled up, though. That's one thing that would have been nice to have the console commands for. If that worked with the keyboard, it'd be like, hey, let's just make us like level 5. Give us like a slight little head start on the game. Like nothing crazy, just like level 5. Oh, hey, look, there's that Oblivion Gate. Gate to Oblivion. Aren't we supposed to talk to people before we go up here? Still looks pretty cool on the lower visuals.
Civilian. This is no place for you.
There he is.
Get back to the encampment at once.
Excuse me? You don't tell me what to do?
We lost the damn city. That's what happened. It was too much. Too fast. We were overwhelmed. Couldn't even get everyone out. There are still people trapped in there. Some made it to the chapel, but others were just run down in the streets. The Count and his men are still holed up in the castle. And now we can't even get back into the city to help them. That damned Oblivion Gate blocking the way.
Pro tip, you might be able to walk around the gate and then walk in.
The only thing we can do We'll try to hold our ground, that's what. If we can't hold this barricade, those beasts could march right down and overrun the encampment. I have to try and protect the few civilians that are left. It's all I can do now.
Okay, calm down. I'll help you out. What's this, persuading? And we just...
You want to help? You're kidding, right? If you're serious, maybe I can put you to use. It'll likely mean your death, though. Are you sure?
I got this!
I don't know how to close this gate, but it must be possible, because the enemy closed the ones they opened during the initial attack. You can see the marks on the ground where they were, with the great gate right in the middle. I sent men into the gate to see if they could find a way to shut it. They haven't come back. If you can get in there, find out what happened to them. If they're alive, help them finish the job. If not,
No, they probably
see what
did.
you can do on your own. The best I can say is good luck. If you make it back alive, we'll be waiting for you. Good luck. It's a brave thing you're doing.
Now, is it actually blocking the way inside? Pro tip, guys! You can walk around the gate and walk right in! But no, it's blocking the city and they can't possibly get in. It's impossible. But anyways, let's actually go and do the Oblivion Gate. All right. Into Oblivion we go. And here we are in Oblivion. Frame rate seems to be holding up. There's a little bit of a... You can see a few little jaggies going on as we move the camera around, like all these little pillars and stuff. What do you want?
Thank the Nine.
Oh,
Never
okay,
thought I'd see
okay,
a
okay.
Friendly face. The others taken. They were taken to the tower.
What's going on?
Captain Matthias sent us in to try and close.
As if we don't already know.
We were ambushed.
Because we went through this on the Steam Deck
I managed to
back
escape.
when this game first
The
came
others
out.
are strewn across the bridge. They took Minion off to the big tower. You've got to save him. I'm getting out of here.
Oh yeah, we've only been going for a couple hours. Hey, the captain needs your help.
The captain is still holding the barricade. I figured I was the last one left alive. All right. I'll try to get out of here and let the captain know what's going on.
All right, let's go. Man, this looks cool. This place looks cool. Ow! My bad. Let's spam healing. So Python, even with the jaggies, it's a much sharper image than the Steam Deck and Series S. It certainly looks a lot better than the Steam Deck did. That's for sure. And I have heard that it looks better than the Series S as well. I guess that's just a compliment to DLSS and just how well they did on the Switch 2 port. because, like, walking around like this, like, man, like, the frame rate is holding up really well. I have a feeling the main problems with this game are just going to be stutters in the open world and probably, like, little frame drops that'll happen during group fights. Because, you know, I don't see any stuttering going on with these rocks falling. But then again, you know, we're going into this game not with completely different expectations. You know, when this game came out, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a game that runs really badly and unoptimized on everything. How are they even gonna make this work? Meanwhile, you know, like the Skyrim port came out, and you know, it was like, why is it still 30 FPS? Man, look, Bethesda are such a bunch of lazy guys. But then again, they did update it twice, and now it does have a 60 FPS mode for Skyrim. And Fallout 4 was pretty good even before they did their DLSS update. The Fallout 4 situation really was kind of like a funny thing that Bethesda did to expectations. Like they released that initial trailer that was horrible, and everybody was like, "This is going to be so bad. This isn't even going to hit 30 FPS. It's going to be the worst port ever." And then it launches with 30, 40, and 60 FPS modes. I'm like, "Oh, actually." Because I remember before Fallout 4 for Switch 2 came out, someone pointed out that on the eShop page, there was just one little tiny line that said support for 120 hertz monitors. And that was like, wait a minute, that means there's a 40 FPS mode. And there was. So people were like, wait a minute. Okay. This might be more interesting. And then it was. Nice little traps you got going on here, guys. Autosave. Come on, guys! Thought we got rid of this crap. My god, autosave's turned off for a reason. Whatever, let's go inside. There you guys go. Alright, let's take a look at this effect. If you look really close, you can see a little bit of fuzz going on with the textures of the fire, but it looks pretty good. Alright, let's get our arrows back, because we're starting to get low on arrows. Sure, we'll go here first. Solo Python, Skyrim, and Fallout 4 did not run at 60 even on PS4 Pro and Xbox One X. Yeah, people still want to tell you Switch 2 is only as powerful as a base PS4. Yeah. It's just how people are. It's awful. You know. We are in the state of things where people just default to let's complain about literally everything, and, you know, whether we actually know it's that way or not. especially bad with social media content creation like YouTube and other places. It's like, yeah, you know what gets views? It's not, this is pretty good. It's, this is bad. This is so bad, and I need to spend 20 minutes ranting to you about how bad it is. Anybody else in here? Because it's especially bad because some of the people will, they'll just make stuff up. Or like when something's really good, you know, you'll see content come up that'll say, this is worse than you think. And, you know, I'm just like, this is pretty good. You know, whatever. You know, because I still can't believe when some people were going out for the Switch 2 version of Skyrim, and we're talking about how bad it was, and some of the people would say, I can't believe that they've released a game like this. If you look at this water texture right here, the reflections are technically not coming from the right angle and aren't correct. And whenever I hear stuff like that, and I'm like, we're arguing water reflections now? That no one will look, that no normal gamer would ever look for? It's like, all right, who's gonna go into a big RPG and say, hey, hold on, let me go walk over to that river and take a look at how accurate the water reflections look? Oh, uh-oh, guys. The water reflection is coming in at the wrong angle. This is such a bad game. I read that stuff and I'm like, get out of here. Did I just go in a circle? I think I might have gone in this. Nope. This is where we need to be. Good. Just get down here again. Pretty sure there are enemies up here, right? Just gotta watch for movement. Oh, there he is. It's a lot easier in the Fallout games for these to know where things are, because you can just hit VATS to see where enemies are, instead of like trying to look at where their actual body is with all this, fire effects going on. Oh yeah, Solid Python says no ray tracing, unplayable. Yeah, it's stuff like that. It's like, it doesn't matter. It's like, does it play well? Yes, cool. That's why I kind of haven't really been watching Digital Foundry anymore. Because some of their podcasts just turn into personal rants. Because, sometimes they'll criticize stuff in games. Like AI usage and stuff, like when the Crazy Taxi stuff come out. But then it'll turn into like a 20-minute rant about, well, maybe not 20 minutes, but it'll turn into a really long rant about how problematic that is. And I'm like, you made your point like 10 minutes ago. Are you guys here to talk about gaming news, or are you here to rant? I'd like to just listen to news and not listen to just someone ranting about their personal opinion about this or that. And especially when that last Nintendo Direct happened. When they looked at a bunch of the like really big Nintendo Switch 2 games that come out. Also, Glueus 2K. Is it running at 60 FPS? No, it's running at a mostly stable 30 FPS. I don't think anybody expected this game to run at 60 FPS when it won't do that on other consoles. But yeah, anyways, like when I was watching their reaction to the last Nintendo Direct, they were looking at stuff like Dragon's Dogma 2 and other stuff, and they go on a rant and say, "But are these games that anybody actually wants on the Switch 2? I mean, are these graphically intensive games really something anyone wants to play on a handheld?" And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm done watching you guys for a while. Because Digital Foundry has constantly gone back and forth on, looking at Switch and Switch 2 games and saying, wow, this is so impressive for what it is. And then they'll go into something that is equally impressive and will say, yeah, but it's so bad. And when I got to that rant of, why would you even want to play this on the Switch 2? And I'm like, there are plenty of people who would. I'm just like, all you're doing is just bad-mouthing the Switch 2 for an entire podcast. Solo Python said Oliver said some really dumb stuff during that episode, like, why would you want to play this on Switch 2? Yeah, it was stuff like that, and I'm like, what is happening? Oh, hey, hello, Corpse. What you got? Gold? Well, I'm glad we came over here to get 3 gold. Let's explore this tower a little bit. Yeah, because that was like... They've slowly kind of gone in that direction more recently, like when they were talking about the Kingdom Hearts announcement. Like Kingdom Hearts 4, they were complaining because it didn't look like it was a solid 60 FPS in the Switch 2 footage. Let's not go down there. Let's just go back. But then, one of them was talking about how the Switch 2 port of Kingdom Hearts 3, which plays about the same as the PS4 version, and it was like, it doesn't look like a stable 60 FPS, it just looks so bad. Did I come out here? Yeah, so let's climb up this way. So at that point, I'm just like, you know what, I think I'm done watching you guys consistently for a while. Because if you want to have consistent opinions, that's fine, but you don't. I don't have whatever I need to open this.
Keep your fingers to yourself, thief.
Keep your fingers to yourself. I don't think you're in any position to say something like that.
Cage, over here.
Yes.
Quickly, there's no time.
I'm glad we're talking to the bars here.
That's what keeps the Oblivion Gate open. Find the sigil stone, remove it.
Glueus 2K says 30 is okay, especially if it's steady. It is steady. There are still stutters in the open world we've seen, but mostly steady and pretty good. Some Elven Watcher says, my problem with the reviews on anything with consoles and games these days is that everybody is so closed-minded. Yeah, a lot of people have changed what they talk about, especially with how social media is, where a lot of people fall into the I need to play the algorithm game so I can make the most money and views. Is there a door up here? There's no door up here. So Solid Python says DF Crew constantly keeps downplaying Switch 2 capabilities in the directs, only to be proven wrong as soon as the game comes out. Yeah, I don't think they're really planning out a lot of their directs as much as they used to. It's like when they had that big direct where they talked about, what was it? Stellar Blade. When Stellar Blade got announced for Switch 2. Where John was talking about how he was watching the footage and he said, this looks like, this looks, you know, he was saying something like, oh, this looks like a really low frame rate. It's clearly 30 FPS footage. And then the others in the podcast almost immediately correct him. Let's see. I don't have the key to that yet. Let's see if there's another door we can go through. That also needs a key. I don't think there was anybody up top that had a key on them. We'll go look. It's just not good with, you know, with Digital Foundry. Because you know, I watch them all the time. Like, I've always been really interested in their DF Direct weeklies because, you know, to just learn a lot about all the news that's going around and such. Let's see, did he have a key on him? Daedra Heart, Mace. There weren't any other bodies here.
Take the key. Get to the sigil keep. Don't worry about me.
What key? What are you talking about?
Take the key. Don't worry.
Did the key fall on the ground here somewhere? What, iron key? No, the sigil key is right there. What the heck?
Get to the sigil keep.
All right, let's go back and try those doors again. Solid Python, my problem is that whenever Oliver makes a video on the Steam Deck, he had Dragon's Dogma 2 running at 20 FPS, looking like soup, calling it acceptable, but now that it's coming to the Switch 2, it's who wants this? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them lately. Across a lot of the personal rants and otherwise, because I've noticed that, you know, obviously, you know, John feels very opinionated about not liking generative AI, which, you know, it's fair. He's allowed to like what he likes. And, you know, but like he'll just go on these tangent rants, and I think in one of the directs, it's been a while, but I think in one of the directs he was in the middle of the rant, and then there was an edit where his rant was just cut off with them just moving on to the next subject. So, you know, I'm like, you know, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, let's keep on doing the rant stuff. But, you know, you have to, especially in a recorded video, you should know how far to take that sort of stuff before it's like, okay, let's move on to the next topic. And not have it turn into a, let's rant about AI for a while now, instead of, you know, because people go to those directs to hear the news. You know, give the opinion an adequate amount of breathing room, but then just move on to the next topic. Runed portal to the Blood Feast. All right, let's go. Oh, hi. Sorry, I kind of got ahead of myself there. Got out of my little stealthy archer mode. Gotta stay in there so we can keep leveling up our stealth stat. Yeah, but anyways, like, I don't have any problems with Digital Foundry. The way they've just been doing some of their podcast content is just kind of different in a way that I don't really like. And I don't really like, you know, that their stance on certain things, especially with handhelds, just kind of keeps changing. Like with Solid Python, it's like, if you think Dragon's Dogma 2 at 20 FPS is acceptable, then just, you know, when it comes to another handheld, you should also think that's acceptable. Especially with a handheld console like the Switch 2, where you don't have to go into games and, you know, curate settings and whatnot. Because, you know, you didn't have to curate anything with this game on Switch 2. You boot it up and you go. Let's go ahead and save, because we haven't in a while. Somebody's here and somebody sees us. Don't see them, though. Hold on, I see a red dot over there. That was not an enemy. That was. I thought this over here was an enemy. It was just the punished. Oh, hey. Potions of healing. I'll take that. Jesse, we'll see how good Duskbloods run. Oh, yeah, that's true. I missed out on that closed beta. Your weapon's broken. What do you mean my weapon's broken? Oh, no, my bow broke, which probably means... Can we still use it? Yeah, we can still use it. It's probably just weaker now. Okay. Crap. What do you got? You got a mace for damage at 2. Versus, I've got damage at 3 on the short sword, so I'll just keep the short sword. And worst case scenario, if the bow becomes unusable, I'll just switch to the short sword for a while. I think this is the same one we saw before, right? Gold. I guess we can switch to the sword for a little bit. And head up this way. Man, all this stuff that's probably like supposed to be like stretched flesh for floors just really reminds me of the old Doom games, when they would have all of those weird little red and pink textures that were moving around and when you were in hell, and it was like, oh yeah, this is, you know, this is literally human flesh being turned into walls. Alright, this effect isn't really causing any drops, so that's good. Jesse, it's one of those first come, first served type of betas anyways. That's true. Yeah. I don't even think I remember when they announced that the beta was available for you to sign up for. But you know, with me, like with playing and especially like streaming the beta tests and everything, it's day specific anyways, since, you know, unlike a lot of other content creators, you know, I kind of have to work around my schedule from, you know, my real job that I, you know, actually have to pay the bills and everything. Because I make decent money off of YouTube, but nothing, you know, but my YouTube money pays for games and stuff for the channel. To level up, take a rest after you've increased your skills enough. Okay. Because, you know, like, the money I make on ad revenue would probably pay for, you know, a couple bills per month. But instead, it completely covers all of the expenses I do with buying games to cover on the channel. So it works out. Hey, guys.
Talk to Captain Matthias if you need something.
Yeah, where is he? Guess probably in here farther. Now that the Oblivion Gate is shut down. All right, let's go in. I kind of wish they had done the Duskbloods beta like, just a public beta. Why not? Because that's what Dark Souls Remastered did on Switch 1. I remember when that demo beta came out. I played that a little bit. It was the first time I'd ever played Dark Souls 1. Might as well not even. Alright, let's see how stuttery this gets with using the sword here. A little bit. Nothing terrible, though. I'm sure that as far as keeping the frame rate stable, me being mostly a stealthy archer build would help that a lot. Can I break this? Nope. Whoops, sorry, my bad. Let me heal up real quick. You know, today I want to at least get to where we were on the Steam Deck when we played that. And that was after meeting the heir and going up a bunch of snowy mountains. I think going to the Blades headquarters. And that's where the game looked the worst on the Steam Deck. In the snowy mountains while on horseback. Oh, hey, a new bow! Sweet! Oh, and it's a lot stronger, too. Let's go ahead and drop the broken one and equip this one. Let's look at armor, too. Leather greaves. Oh, I can't wear the greaves along with the robe. Oh, well. Well, I'll choose to just keep the robe, then. Not the hood. I think it looks better without the hood. Because I want to keep looking good, even though we're literally in first-person mode and cannot see how we look. You know, these load times aren't too bad either. That only took like 3 seconds for us to go into the chapel.
We were beginning to fear we were the only survivors.
Where's Martin?
Brother Martin? Yes, he's right over there. He led a group of us here during the confusion of the attack. We owe him our lives.
Oh, that's good.
Farewell.
Oh, no, that got knocked over? Okay. Excuse me, sir.
We've been trapped here since the Daedra overran the city.
I will admit that
The Emperor is dead.
the facial expressions for this remaster look a little funky. Just the way the animations with the facial expressions look. You're Martin, right? The priest.
Yes, I'm a priest. Do you need a priest? I don't think I'll be much help to you.
I need this priest.
Understanding the gods right now. If all this is part of a divine plan, I'm not sure I want to have anything to do with it.
There is a plan. We're a part of it.
What plan? What are you talking about? I prayed to Akatosh all through that terrible night, but no help came. Only more Daedra. What can you possibly know that would help me make sense of this?
The fact that you're an heir to the throne.
Emperor Uriel Septim? You think the Emperor is my father? No, you must have the wrong man. I am a priest of Akatosh. My father was a farmer.
The Daedra came here for you!
An entire city destroyed to get at me? Why? Because I'm the Emperor's son?
Oh, whoops. Let me go delete that real quick. I just didn't realize that I hit record on the capture software like 2 hours ago. I do not need a 2-hour file sitting around on the computer.
I don't know. It's strange. I think you might actually be telling the truth.
Soul Python says, I still don't understand how every other demanding game still has video capture enabled, yet Overwatch is the only game that has it turned off. That's actually really interesting.
No.
Because they actually disabled that. Because if you remember, when we first streamed Overwatch, when they had that botched launch, when the game was still locked to 30 FPS for some reason, it actually did have capture available. But then when they updated it to fix it for the Switch 2 version, to actually run at 60 FPS and everything, it no longer worked after. So I wonder if that has to do with it being disabled. Yeah, because we've got probably got a lot of high graphical fidelity games that can do the video capture. Oh yeah, Oblivion Remastered can do the video capture. Like, what else do I have that has video capture on it? Videos, we got obviously Dead End Request. Here's the Blue Reflection Collection that has video capture. Escape the Back Rooms. Let's see, there's Dispatch, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Atelier Yumia's Switch 2 edition. Love or Kiss Endless Memories. The new Yoshi game. Fortnite. Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth. Fallout 4. Resident Evil 9. Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I know for sure doesn't have the video capture available outside of Overwatch.
It isn't that I don't believe you, but I won't go with you until I know everyone can leave here safely.
That is a very weird thing. I wonder why.
To just abandon them to their fate.
I wonder if that is video capture is a toggle or if it's something else. Just going off of the fact that Overwatch had it, but then didn't have it once they actually fixed the Switch 2 launch. Dracobut, how is this port of the Oblivion remake? It's pretty good. It looks nice. It looks better than the Steam Deck version did. And it runs at a pretty stable 30 FPS. At least so far. Alright, let's see. Do we need to talk to Tierra again?
A whole city, just... You too.
I can sit on a pew. You don't have a bed, do you? Oh, here's a bed. I want to sleep for an hour so we can level up. Draco bad, my bad, not remake, remaster. No worries. It might as well be a remake. But they did try to keep things as one-to-one as possible. 12 virtues left. All right, let's see. We probably want agility to go up a little bit. Strength a little bit, but not too much. Let's increase intelligence. And I guess that's fine. Oh, look, it's auto-saving again. Get out of here with your autosaves.
Lie down and close my eyes, but I can't stop thinking about it.
It's the smell, really. Smoke and fire.
All right, let's move on. Jacob has said that, let's see, I have not thought about getting the remaster since I could play the original on the Xbox Series X. Yeah, because that's kind of like what I did with the Steam Deck. Like, after we did our stream to play the remaster on the Steam Deck, I re-downloaded the original and played a bunch of that. Not a lot of it, but, you know, probably like good 5-10 hours of it. Anything cool down here? Not really.
How did you get in here? What are you doing here?
I'm here for Martin.
Martin? He's back. Bye.
Goodbye.
It isn't that I don't believe you. We've been through too much together.
Greetings, traveler.
Oh, I'm here for
Brother
Martin.
Yes, he's right over. Be seeing you.
All right, I'm gonna leave. Faction Guy 1 says, I played the remake on PC. How is it on the Switch 2 so far? It's been a mostly stable 30 FPS. There are still stutters in the open world. There's, you know, falling bodies right here. But, you know, there are drops every once in a while. I've seen during group-based combat. But nothing great. A gate to Oblivion. The gate to Oblivion should be gone. You can go out there. We closed that. And Dracobot said it's really cool to hear that the Oblivion Remaster is fully on the cartridge, like with Indiana Jones. Yeah, because I don't think... Was it a big download? I don't think it was like a gigantic download. Let me look. Like, how big is this download? Especially like compared to Skyrim and such. Let's see. Okay, so it's a big download. It's a pretty big download. They must have used a 64 gigabyte cartridge for that. It's bigger than Skyrim is. Skyrim Anniversary Switch 2 Edition is 53 gigs and Oblivion Remastered is 58. So it is a pretty sizable download. Let's see, do we have a... Oh, we do have a quest bar here. Oh, and there's like a... Oh, okay. So there's like a big like history of the quest thing. That's cool. All right, let's go talk to these guys in the camp. Can I not come back here? No. Can I walk back here?
If we make it through this alive, I'll be...
Look at this guy's face!
You closed the gate. I knew you could do it. This is our chance to launch a counterattack. I need you to come with us. You've got far more combat experience than these men. Are you able to join us now? I can wait, but not for long. We've got to move quickly before they have a chance to barricade the city gate.
Sure, let's go.
For Kvatch!
Have fun, guys. I'll stay back here as moral support. And there they go. Kind of wanted to tell them, like, oh, I've been in there. I've been in there. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You'll see a bunch of dead bodies in there.
Come on, for Kvatch!
Game, calm down. I haven't loaded all the way in. Oh, we got new enemies now.
Show me what you've got. This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
Guys, you're making them run all over the place. I'm trying to take a good shot. Whatever. Oh, quest updated. Okay. Good job, guys. I didn't really do much. I killed this guy. That's about all I did. Walking animations are still a little weird. Like, it looks fine there. Let's see what happens when he... Oh, never mind. I was going to say what happens when he gets to stairs.
We wiped the bastards out.
We sure did.
Pull those people out of the chapel. Let's get in there and make sure they're all right. Come on. This is only the beginning of the battle for Kvatch. We can discuss the next phase once the civilians are safe.
Dricobot, it's good graphics, but I prefer the original color contrast. Yeah, the original does have a distinct look that I noticed when I was playing the original on the Steam Deck back months ago. But this does look really nice. That's another reason that I kind of wish that they had
Report, soldier.
kind of added a graphical toggle to it so you could play it with the original graphics.
Myself and these civilians.
That's it? There's no one else?
There were others, sir, but they refused to stay put. We tried to convince them it was dangerous, but they left anyway. I guess they didn't make it.
Very well. The area outside the chapel has been cleared, and these people need to be taken to safety. Escort them to the camp south of here at once.
But sir, I want to help fight.
You will, soldier. Once they're secure, get back here immediately. We'll need every available blade, and there'll be plenty of fighting to go around.
Sir, yes, sir. Civilians, it's time to move out. Let's go.
We've done it. I can't believe it. I didn't really think...
He looks so excited with his weird wide-eye look.
We do have a fighting chance. Oh, yes. We're not done. Not even close. This was only the first step. If this town is to be ours again, we'll need to get inside the castle. You've come this far with us. Will you go
Who are
first?
you looking at, my guy?
If we're truly going to succeed, I'll need much more of your help. I warn you, though. What we've seen so far is nothing compared to the battle that likely awaits us. Take a few moments to catch your breath and think it over. When you're ready, let me know and we'll get...
Dricobot says, speaking about remastered, I am still amazed at how good Metroid Prime Remastered looks on the Switch. Oh yeah, it looks fantastic. But you know, that's kind of Retro Studios and just Nintendo first party. A lot of Nintendo first party games look fantastic. I mean, I know people will point at the Pokemon games and saying like, well, you know, the visuals kind of are back and forth on that. But, you know, like a lot of... Like, you look at a lot of first-party and first-party developed Nintendo games and, like, there aren't that many out there that don't look really good. Nintendo is really good at making great-looking games. What was I about to do? I was about to look at the settings for something. Oh yeah, so when we were testing around with the keyboard and mouse stuff earlier, there was a key that allowed us to turn off the UI. I wonder if that is a... Doesn't look like it. I was wondering if it was maybe something that we could toggle with a controller. Doesn't look like it. Let's see, all the D-pad stuff are shortcuts. Not really. Does L3 do anything? Yep, sprint. Okay. Oh well. It's fine.
Are you ready to go? I knew you'd be up to it. Our goal is the castle gate. We should
Wonder
be
how
able
that
to
goes.
use this
That
door
was
to
like
get out to the plaza in
the
front
L
of the
button,
castle
right?
gates.
I've still got the keyboard plugged in.
You
Let
know
me turn it on real quick.
Stick close and keep your eyes open. Let's move out.
Yeah, it was L. L on a keyboard turns the HUD off completely. I wonder why there's no option to do that on the Switch controllers. That's interesting. Well, whatever, let's go. You guys can handle this, right? I'd rather not run with a group because it makes it harder to be a stealthy archer when everybody else is making everything run around like crazy.
Show me what you've got.
Ooh, do we have different arrows now? Iron arrow, steel arrow. Okay. Oh, crap. I only have 10 arrows left. We get as many off these bodies as possible.
Damn it! This is no good. The gates are locked, and the only way to open them is from within the gatehouse.
Okay.
We can't open that gate from out here. The only mechanism for raising it is inside the gatehouse. And the only way to get into the gatehouse...
Oh, hey, they released a story spotlight trailer for Elden Ring Switch 2 Edition today on Nintendo's YouTube channel. That went up like, literally, like 1 minute ago.
Should still have the key to the guardhouse. Once you've got it, get to the guardhouse, find the passage, and open that
That's
gate.
cool, because I told you guys earlier at the very beginning of the stream that Namco Bandai started accepting review code requests for that today, because it's coming out at the end of the month. Alright, well, we can't go through here, so we're going to have to find another way through. Well, you guys stay here while I go find another way through, so I can go back to being a stealthy archer and not have all these guys running around. Dragobot says Nintendo could make a great looking game without needing high graphics. The art style and art direction they chose really helps their games age well. That's true. They do have very different visual styles. There aren't very many Nintendo first party developed games that have that kind of like gritty realism look. And that's probably what helps them, because they've got a lot of colorful, cartoony, anime-ish style looking games. Are you guys really coming with me? Really?
I'm just waiting for Captain Mattias to give the order. Finally, a chance to fight back.
But you know, it's kind of like that situation.
Yes.
Like I said earlier, like you look at Nintendo's first party games, you're not going to find very many of those games that don't look pretty good. And even when people point out Pokemon saying like, oh, look at this, I'm like, well, first of all, the Pokemon games still look you know, most of the Pokemon games still look pretty good. Not as stunningly good as Nintendo's other first-party stuff. But it's also like, well, you know, Nintendo also didn't develop this in-house.
One little favor, and suddenly you think you're Marius's best friend. You probably couldn't find it on your own. I'm coming with you.
Okay, well, we got all these guys coming with us to ruin everything.
Supposed to be impressed.
I gotta be careful with my aim because I don't want to accidentally hit these guys. Whatever. Ooh, this guy had just one iron arrow. That sucks. Look at this. Says the Aspire trailer for the Lord of the Rings game has this legend in the description coming to Nintendo of Europe on October 18th. What the heck? Because I'm pretty sure we looked in the the Aspire made a Twitter post saying that it was going to be August 18th. Maybe they messed it up in the trailer too.
What's the matter?
So let's look at the Aspire Twitter page real quick.
This ends here. You die.
Yeah. Their tweet from 2 hours ago still says available for Nintendo of Europe August 18th. So they must have typoed the trailer. Oh, okay.
Where you fall down and bleed to death.
Well, anyways, while all of the other NPCs
Am I supposed to be impressed?
are doing things.
This is the part where you fall
A faction guy says, is Skyrim Switch 2 port better now? I haven't booted it up in a while. When did you last play it? Because it did receive 2 significant performance patches after launch. It now has a toggle where you can get a fully 60 FPS performance mode now. And that input lag situation is basically gone now. So yes, it is much better now.
This ends here.
Oh, let's lose them a classic Aspire, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, because we were talking earlier about how they apparently did this weird week delay for Europe twice now for Switch and Switch 2 games. You guys got this, right? Yeah, you guys got this. All right, where are we going? Go on. Go on. I'll follow behind you while you aggro these enemies. Well, at least this one actually came after us. Need more of these games that have bow and arrow so I can stalk back up. Faction guy, sweet, and guest since launch. Thanks for clarifying. No problems. Yeah, no, I actually made YouTube Shorts back when those performance updates happened. Because I don't make Shorts very often, but like if there's some big update that I would normally just make a community post for, I would turn it into a short because it reaches more people. Because they did a patch not long after launch that unlocked the frame rate to fix the input lag, but it still only played at like 35 FPS. And then a while later, conveniently, while we were on stream, I don't remember what we were streaming. I remember something, we were streaming something, and we stopped the beginning of the stream to test it when they released the toggle for the Switch 2 performance mode. I think it might have been when we streamed the Switch 2 upgrade for Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1. I think it might have been that stream. What are we doing in here?
This is it. The entrance to the passage is right here. I'll unlock it for you. Best of luck.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Is it this little thing right here? Cool. The battle for the castle. I found the tunnel entrance. I need to follow it to the gatehouse. All right, good. And I'm assuming... God dang it! Would you people leave me alone? I want to be a stealthy archer, but I need you to not constantly aggro literally everything. And now I'm constantly being seen by you people. Oh, hey. There's a ladder here. Dragobot says Switch 2 is an impressive handheld hybrid. I played Cyberpunk 2077 and it was a treat to play since it was the first time I played that game. Yep, that's the first time I played Cyberpunk 2. I played like very, very small amounts of it. When I was like testing the PC version, like doing Steam Deck stuff. It was either Steam Deck or maybe one of the later handhelds. Now, we unfortunately don't cover anymore because, you know, I can't afford it. Can't afford to buy a bunch of $1,000 handheld PCs multiple times a year. Especially with, you know, real life stuff going on. Because I've almost got my, my Jurassic Park themed Jeep paid off. And I'm saving up for, some medical stuff that I have to do later on this year. Or whenever I can. Excuse me? Excuse me, sir? I believe your arrow is... yeah? Let's do a double take on that. What happened to this guy's arrow? Should be here in just a second. There it is! There it is! What the heck is... What's going on with your arrow there, buddy? It's hovering like 2 feet above your bow. Hold on, let's clip the video too so we can like watch when it shows up. So it showed up right there. It was like a second after he turned with his bow drawn.
This area is clear. We've got to get inside and find the Count before it's too late. Move out!
All right. You go at it, buddy. You go right at it. Dragobaz now says another game that I enjoy playing on Switch 2 is Hogwarts Legacy, which is surpassingly good for a handheld hybrid. Oh yeah, it does play well. I know a lot of people were hoping that it was going to be above 30 FPS, but from what I've played of the Switch 2 port, it's pretty good. I have it installed right now. Actually, I have all of my Switch 2 games installed right now. Outside of like little games like Arcade Archives and stuff like that, I have all of my digital Switch 2 games installed right now, and I'm basically just going until I run out of space because I have one of those. You know, those really big that terabyte SD card.
All right, this is it. We'll hold this area. You head to the back of the castle and find the Count. Don't come back here without him.
All right. Bye, guys. Just don't follow me anymore. I don't need you guys screwing up my stealthy archer stuff. Even though it's not going to be going on for very much longer because we're almost out of arrows. Let's see. Faction Guy says, I hope they fix the sound issues in Xenoblade 2's Switch 2 editions. Oh, I didn't know there was an issues with that. Let's see. Jesse, can you up the brightness a little bit? Sure, if it'll let me. Brightness intensity. Put it 0. That look a little better? This is kind of like the default. Those guys better not be... Stop following me! He said you guys would stay here! Go away! Dracobot says, Bethesda charms, as usual, I have experienced with some of those glitches when I played the original Oblivion. And I experienced a couple in Skyrim Special Edition. Are you... People. Fine, I'm just gonna let you guys do it. I'm just gonna let you guys take care of it. If you are insistent on following me around... I will just let you guys do it.
You dare oppose the might of the...
Just wait for combat to end. Wonder if I can pickpocket these guys for arrows. Jesse 6769, much better. Okay, well, sir. Okay, your arrow's okay now. Okay, let me just move around. You just keep that bow. No, it looks fine now. I thought it glitched up again. Okay, whatever. Oh, I can pickpocket these guys. Okay, let's you know, save our game before we do that in case something goes wrong and we upset these guys. No arrows? Come.
You treacherous little filcher.
Come on.
What do you think you're doing?
Put that
Man,
back, you worthless
that sucks.
thief.
Take the book with us. There we go. Give me that arrow back. We've only got 8 arrows left. Man, early in the game, we had like 50. Chainmail boots, chainmail helmet. See how we'll look with a chainmail helmet. Probably bad. Probably pretty bad, right? It's not the worst I've seen, but not very good either. All right, you guys got this. Sing says now the dungeons are too bright. They're a little bit brighter. Dracobud and some of the Assassin's Creed games I've played also have a ton of glitches and bugs as well. I think the Assassin's Creed games are sort of notorious for that too. We'll sleep for an hour. Don't worry, they'll be fine. I think there's a lot of like really messed up looking videos out there of like Assassin's Creed Unity glitches. I think Unity was the game that's notorious for it. Dracobud, I was wondering if the Switch 2's Oblivion Remaster has gyro control. It sure does. I'll show you where the settings are. I have them enabled. Just haven't been able to use them much, less a little bit, because I've got all these guys with me so I can't do a lot of archery stuff. So we got aim assist with settings. We've got motion controls, and we got mouse controls. So here's me using the gyro controls with the Pro controller. And here's the gyro controls while, you know, crouching down. I love the gyro controls in, you know, these Bethesda games. Alright, anyways. Let's figure out where we're supposed to be going. What if we can sneak attack this guy with a sword? Surprise. Oh, hey, we can. Cool. Let's see. Zing says, the original Oblivion is too legendary. I love the colors of this place. Oh, okay. Well, that's fun. Good for you. I found the body of Count Goldone. I should deliver his signet ring. Can we take his clothes too? We sure can! Now this I really like. I really love that you don't have to leave the menu to test and see what clothes and armor look like on your character. There you go, you look perfect. And the chainmail helmet. We don't get anything for that. There's no defense stats. But what I've been using doesn't have it either, because I just really like the way these robes look. But I do really like how you don't have to leave the menu to see what the armor and stuff looks like on your character. What's we got in here? More clothes. Oh, we can't sleep in this bed. This bed is owned by this dead guy over here. Alright, let's go, guys. We're leaving. Dracobutt says, sweet, I always use motion controls for games like Cyberpunk and Fortnite. It does help me with more precise... Oh my gosh. Speaking of Fortnite, like, I have to use motion controls on Fortnite on Switch 2 to be able to aim, like, at all. Like, I don't know what is up with... I don't know what happened with their aiming. Because I feel like I found a good medium when the Switch 2 version first launched. But when I've been playing the last couple seasons, I don't know what it is, but it feels so jerky constantly that I just cannot find a good medium for just controls with aim. So like I kind of have to lean on motion aiming when, you know, aiming down the sights constantly with that game. And that really sucks because I love that game. I haven't been a gigantic fan of the current season just because I'm not really interested in all of the skins that the current Battle Pass has. But I do really like playing that game.
Where is the Count? Why is he not with you?
And I'm really excited about the fact that next season's going to be pretty much entirely gaming collabs. Yeah. The Count's dead.
We were too late. If only we'd gotten here sooner. This is indeed a dark day for all of us left. But I thank you for risking your own life to help us.
I think I'm surprised how good this looks and runs great on the Switch too. Yeah, it's really nice. You know, it's not perfect, but it is, for what it is, it's great.
At least.
And just another,
thank you.
You know, reason to say, oh yeah, DLSS is such a great tool that the Switch 2 is really, really benefiting from. That kind of makes me wish that DLSS wasn't like graphics card or GPU dependent on PC. Because I heard that Halo Campaign Evolved has DLSS support but
with
not
the
on the
survivors
Steam
we
Deck
rescued from the
because of
Chapel
what kind of
Akatosh.
graphics card or GPU or whatever it uses. And I feel like that probably could have made that game look a whole lot better on the Steam Deck.
He should be around the camp somewhere. He was with the survivors we rescued from the Chapel of Akatosh. What is it, citizen?
All right, let's leave. Probably should save soon too, since I am stubbornly saying no to auto-saving. Look at all those guys fall. I wonder why it does that. Like every time we enter a room that has dead bodies in it, they're like upright and they all just kind of like fall down.
Speak.
Speak. What are you talking about? I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Is there a let's see. So up goes to character, left goes to magic, down goes to map. Okay. There we go. Let's set a marker for that quest so we can, you know, walk in a straight line and get to our marker. But at least we know where to go. Dracobot said, I heard the next battle pass in Fortnite should have Pac-Man, Mega Man, and Sonic. Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. I have notifications set for Sheena on Twitter, so I can hear all about all of the leaks as they happen. Because I haven't actually played the game that much this season, but it's just because I've not been interested in a lot of the skins for it. I'm just hoping that we'll get a couple variations for Mega Man, so we can at least get Mega Man X. I'm assuming Mega Man X would probably be the Mega Man they would choose because he's taller and you know, kind of easier for proportions. Maybe we'll get like styles for different generations of Mega Man designs. That'd be fun. I mean, what I really want is for Zero to be in the game, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think asking for Zero as well, or Zero and Base would be asking a little too much. Or they could, you know, be like Capcom, where they trolled where they completely trolled the Marvel vs. Capcom community. Because if you remember when Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was coming out, or it might have been in the base Marvel vs. Capcom 3, people were so upset because Mega Man wasn't in the game. Zero was in the game, and Mega Man wasn't in the game, so Capcom decided to release that DLC pack that let you just swap a slap a Mega Man X skin on top of the Zero character. And Capcom was like, there you go! You asked for Mega Man in the game, there he is. I thought that was extremely funny. But no, I'm just excited to see what all they're going to bring in next season, if they're going to do an entirely gaming collaboration season. It'll be a lot of fun.
It's possible. Or maybe she got out just looking for you too.
Drago says it would make more sense for X. The classic would probably get the Palmy treatment if he became playable, seeing how small he is. He would probably be like who did that? They have enhanced. Oh, there's a dead body over there.
I have to start over from nothing.
And there's a dead, almost naked body over there now. Let's see how we look in this outfit. Looks great. It looks great. Just walk around like, hi guys. How's everybody doing?
Stay angry. That anger
Don't mind me.
makes
I'm just running around in that lady's dress.
I can't fix it. I have to start over from nothing.
Don't give up. You're not alone. And the chapels and the elk.
I'm just lucky to be alive.
Where's Martin at? Oh, there he is.
I'm angry.
I just can't
I
sleep.
want to stay angry.
I lie
That
down and
anger
close
keeps
Hey,
my
Martin,
eyes.
why is that lady over there, you know, not wearing much clothes? Wonder how that happened.
Kvatch is finished.
I wondered if you'd come back.
Oh, but anyways, with what Draco Bub was saying, there have been a couple short characters that they have stretched the proportions for. Like Toph from the Avatar, The Last Airbender collab. She was kind of stretched a little bit. And they did some weird proportion things when they did the Dragon Ball Super collab with Frieza and Cell. That was a little funky, but they made it work. So we'll see what they do. All right, I need you to come with me to the Priory.
You destroyed the Oblivion Gate, they say. You gave them hope.
I wouldn't say I destroyed the gate,
I'll come with
but
you
I
to
took care of
Weynon
it.
Priory and hear what Joffrey has to say. Lead on.
All right, let's go. Now we're gonna have to make a extra save here soon because I think when we get to the Priory. Oh, hold on. Let me go back up there.
I just can't sleep.
Is there a merchant here somewhere?
Close my eyes, but I can't stop thinking about it.
How could the Nine let this happen?
I don't think so. Let's look at the map real quick. Gate to Oblivion, Kvatch. Let's see here. We're going up there. Oh, we can fast travel there. Okay. I want to see if I can find... Let's see what we got. Castle. Echo Mine. Let's go this way. And see if we can find... I want to find a merchant so I can buy some arrows. And Draco said, I wasn't lucky enough to buy the one Hatsune Miku that was available on the Music Pass back a while back. I only bought the original and the Snow Miku. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember when that happened. My favorite has to be the Esme, which is one of the Sisters of Hearts. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fun. It's similar to the OC, they have the profile picture here. Games like that are great when you have just so many options of what you can do that are just, you know, little cosmetic things. Well, I say games like that. There's really only... There aren't many other games like that. Because it took off so big. All right, let's see what we got here. Martin, do you know if there are any shops in here? Any like weapon shops? Oh, be careful around this dragon statue. You'll get a lot of stutters. Let's see. There's a hotel here.
I see. Rosan is a talented smith. One of the best around, if you ask me.
Somebody's
He's
house
certainly
here.
a talented smith. I'm glad he'll train others in the skill.
How do you do?
What's the news from the other?
See, there's a bar there.
What is it, citizen?
I'm looking... What is it? I'm looking for a shop.
Evening.
Lots of people's houses around here. Just watch there not be a freaking shop in this whole town. Temple District. Dragobus says, whenever I play a game with character creation, I try to see if I can make a girl with pink hair and pigtails to assemble my OC. Okay, that's fun. I like being able to recreate characters in character creators. I remember back when the Switch version of God Eater 3 came out. I loved the game so much. Let's see, that's just a temple. And I ended up replaying the game with different characters, and I tried to recreate various characters from media. I think the last time I played God Eater 3, I had made as close as I could make to a character. It was based on Ruby Rose from the the series Ruby. Not Ruby Rose, the actress. But the Rooster Teeth show, RWBY. And I even had her like using the weapons that looked closest to sickles. Because I think that was back when I was watching that show a fair amount. And I started a new character, and I'm like, I wonder if I can make a character that looks at least close to her design. Because that's always fun. Like going into extensive character creators and just trying to recreate characters from, whether it's someone original, like what Draco Bud does, or just in general. Now let's move up this way.
You have my ear, citizen.
Guys, where's your freaking market and shop district at? Draco Bud says, I used to watch the game back, or that show when it was free. I stopped around season 2 for some reason. I stopped about, where did I stop about? I stopped around season 4 or 5. I think I started the next season when it came out, but I was just like, something just felt off with it to me, and I'm like, maybe later on when more seasons are available, I'll come back to it.
Well met.
Alright, well, I can't find a stupid merchant here, so we're just gonna leave. And go here. That is one nice thing about how Skyrim was made, design-wise. And the fact that I've played it several times. I always know exactly where to go if I want to buy stuff in Skyrim. Or even in other open world similar games like hi. Hello. We should probably save. Because there's some guy running at us, right now. Let's make a new save.
Help! You must help! They're killing everyone at Weynon Priory.
Oh, I think this is the big battle that we did on the Steam Deck that had really bad frame drops.
I don't know. I think they're right behind me. Prior Mabarel is dead.
Oh no, who's attacking?
I was in the sheepfold when they attacked. I heard the prior talking to someone. Looked around the corner to
Draco
see who it
says,
was.
despite how I
They looked
enjoyed
like
Hogwarts
travelers,
Legacy, I was disappointed
ordinary.
in the lack of
Suddenly
twin tail
weapons appeared in
hairstyle
their
options.
hands, and they
Yeah,
cut
it seems
the
like
prior
a
down before he could
relatively
move.
common hairstyle that
They
you would
saw
just
me
include.
watching, and I ran. Whew. I don't know. In the chapel, praying, I think. You must help us. What's going on?
Who are they?
Alright, I'm seeing some stutters here. Where are they at? Where'd the enemies go? I see some of their blood, on the sword right here. Right here, do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it on the sword right there? Do you see it?
I could use a hand here.
Looking at him close up like this. It's just kind of hitting me. I'm gonna have to look up a picture because this guy. He looks kind of like James McAvoy to me. Like in the face. Oh, apparently there was some old news story a few years back about him being allegedly addicted to Oblivion so bad that he was staying up all night playing it. That's funny. I don't know, but just like the way that this guy's face looked, it kind of reminds me of James McAvoy. Where are you running? What's wrong? Brother Piner, is everything okay?
God's blood that came out of nowhere. Have you seen Grandmaster Joffrey?
No.
Quick. He may need our help.
Alright, let's go to the chapel then. Hi, fuzzy sheep. Drigobot says, I know I've done a character creation on Code Vein and was amazed with how deep that customization was. You guys got this? Do you need my help? I don't think you guys needed my help.
You're back. Thank Talos.
Oh, hello.
They attacked without warning. I was praying in the chapel when I heard Prior Maberel shout. I had just time to arm myself. The Amulet of Kings. I fear that was the target of this attack. I kept it in a secret room in Weynon House. We need to go see if it is safe.
All right, I'll go check on it.
We'll go together, but I fear the worst.
All right, let's go. Blah! They all just like fell down because they're all dead. I'm still wearing that stupid dress. Whatever, it's fine. Is it in here?
They've taken it. The Amulet of Kings is gone. The enemy has defeated us at every turn.
Is that a katana on your back? It looks like a katana. Well, I did find Martin. If that makes you feel any better.
So it has not all gone against us. Thank Talos for that. We gained Uriel's heir and lost the Amulet of Kings. Martin cannot stay here. We have driven them off, but they will be back once they learn of Martin's survival. Which they will.
Alright, well, where do we need to go? I think he points us towards the Blade's headquarters.
Nowhere is truly safe against the power arrayed against us. But we must play for time, at least. Cloud Ruler Temple, I think. The hidden fortress of the Blades in the mountains near Bruma. A few men can hold it against an army. We should leave at once.
Alrighty then.
We should get moving. I won't rest easy until Martin is safe at Cloud Ruler Temple.
And we're off. Draco, but Katana, does that make him an otaku? I don't think so. Because there was a katana in the beginning of the game too, that one of the blades guarding the Emperor was holding, and it was taken from us because it was apparently, you know, a belonging of one of the high-ranking people that were there that died. It won't let us. It's not in the pickpocket list, so it won't let us see. All right, I think this is the force-back section, right? So we're almost, I think we're almost to where we were in the Steam Deck stream we did probably last year. Let me look. Oblivion. See, obviously there's the Oblivion Remastered thing we did on Switch 2 1 year ago when we did Oblivion Remastered on the Steam Deck on stream. That was April of 2025. So this game's been around for over a year. Oh, wow. Holy crap. Just going back to that stream from last year, it is like night and day on how much better the Switch 2 version looks than the Steam Deck version. Oh my gosh, that looked so bad. At least what we had to do to the game to make it look really muddy and awful to get a decent frame rate. Excuse me! Let me out. Jeez. Alright, let's see how often the stutters are going to happen while we're on horseback. Because I know the game started to look really bad on the Steam Deck once we got to the snowy part of the mountains. Like, the snow looked really bad with the really, really low settings on the Steam Deck. So we're going to have to see how it looks here.
Tornado warning.
What?!
Tornado warning.
Bro. Are we joking? Hold on, let me check. Let me check the Weather Channel real quick. I don't hear any sirens. Let me check the weather real quick. Oh my gosh. Alright, well I guess we're done streaming for today. Sorry about that for scaring you. My phone was right next to the microphone. Okay. Well, this just happened when we did Escape the Backrooms. Well, I guess we're done streaming for today. Sorry about that, guys. I really wanted to get to that snowy area, but if there's a tornado warning here, I gotta go run into my shelter. Sorry about that. I do not control the volume of that alert. So that, like, completely disables my volume settings on my phone to warn me. So, yeah, let me save real quick. That was, this is looking pretty good so far. Little stutters here and there, but a pretty stable 30 FPS. I'm pretty happy with it. But anyways, I'm gonna go, run into my shelter room for the next 25 minutes. And anybody who joined the stream, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will have a review of this up as soon as I can. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, Death in Request Code Z is going to go up on Friday, probably. Oh, I hear the sirens now. Okay. But anyways, thanks for joining the stream, and I will see you guys next week with something else.